And we are live.
Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope y'all are having a great time out there and your week is going well as we enter in here Thursday night, the home stretch. How's everybody doing? Last week we did a free-for-all. I felt like that was not a total disaster, and I feel like you guys, I trust you. So how are y'all doing?
I actually totally missed that we played last time. I didn't even realize we played.
I don't think we played last week. I think we played.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
I thought maybe I struck out and just didn't know. That's okay.
No, not at all. So
False.
You didn't have a stroke.
No.
Josh didn't have a stroke this week. That's good.
Yeah. That's one more in the can. That's one more. But yeah, otherwise I'm doing good, Jim.
No, excellent. And how did everybody else?
I'm doing super duper spiffy. I got to eat a member of the mafia in the game I finished before this game.
Nice.
And it was very good.
Yeah.
So.
You got a little bit on the side of your face.
No, that's my birthmark.
Okay.
My character.
That was like war paint. That's what I thought. But there you go.
So yeah.
All right.
But yeah, it was fun, and now I'm ready to be Ophelia, the champion eel grappler.
Yes. They're going to be some eel grappling.
Yeah, I got a bunch of cups for the children. Some fancy cups. And I'm ready to win everything. So,
yes. There's more games. There's more games to be had. I hear it.
Now that I'm done talking, I'm gonna eat my egg.
Right. Grant, TK, Anna.
Oh, I lost my job, Jim, and it's been a roller coaster. No, I'm making out fine. You see 2C Gaming in the chat there. I'm actually launching my Kickstarter with them next month. We've been working on some great projects. It looks beautiful. And I've been making out okay. So, yes, I did lose my job, but I'm fine. I'm already getting offers, and I'm not putting on a false front. No, I'll be okay. It's tough. It's devastating. But, man, this gets into some D&D. I'm going to take it out. Give me some monsters to slay.
I'm telling you. Okay, all right. So it sounds good because I've got an adventure tonight for you guys. TK and I both discovered a new word this week, and I let it inspire me. So we'll see how that goes. How are you doing, TK?
Which word did we discover?
Abyssopelagic.
Oh yeah, that was very delightful. I like that. It's very nice. I'm doing very well. A little dismayed to see so many people rubbing it in my face how easy it is to peel bananas. I didn't say peeling bananas was hard. I just said peeling meat bananas is easier.
Okay, so I got several questions.
Yes?
Did you say meat banana?
I did.
Like a person?
Yes.
Oh,
humans are like meat bananas.
I mean, that's
just a little easier to peel.
Like,
okay.
I am confused.
Like, I hear meat banana and I just...
Same.
I
I didn't know what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And number two, where is this happening? Like
They grow upwards, you know.
It's on Twitter.
I Googled
They
it.
do. It's like curved to them.
It's where everything else is. Hey, I guess I missed that one.
It's
But,
okay. I posted it at like 2 a.m. So.
Okay, so are you when you peel a banana, are you like a stem first, or do you use the stem? Like, do you hold the stem, or do you use the stem to break and peel?
I am allergic to bananas.
I don't care for them because of things Josh did when we were children.
Wow.
I like to get a banana and like...
Josh weaponized bananas in our wrestling.
Did I?
I have vivid memories. You might.
That's a weird thing to say, by the way, Jeff.
Yeah, it
young.
was...
I've used them. I like to eat them while making eye contact with the neighbors.
Whatever.
Yes. No, most of you just chewed with your mouth open and
What? Like
mushy banana everywhere.
Like
oh yeah, that was
Anyway.
actually one of my favorite things before I discovered that I could not eat them.
Anyway.
So that's our stream tonight. Catch y'all next week.
Straight. We'll see y'all next week. Good
If
10
you listen
minutes
to
here.
Jim,
Yeah.
if you listen to Jim, all I ate when I was younger was bananas covered in ketchup.
Number
I-
one,
Hold up.
that's not true. Because I've
Well,
never seen you do that.
That actually
I've never done
explains why you dislike both bananas and ketchup.
The
But yes,
ketchup
but that would
story is a whole other. Have I not told you guys the ketchup
No, you
story?
have. I just
I
like
know
making
why
fun
you
of
don't like ketchup.
Okay, I don't necessarily
Fruit told
get
me.
into it now. But that's okay. Listen, it happens. I'm not,
Does it?
does. It does when you're wrestling in a car. Anyway.
With banana.
It does when you only eat ketchup.
Okay. Some of y'all have never peeled a person for a vegan smoothie, and it shows.
First off, I have done my fair share of peeling skin.
I don't think people are vegan.
Things. Just not people. Welcome to
Fucking prove
D&D
it,
on WebDM tonight, everybody. We're sponsored.
I am so scared.
Let's get some people. All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Go and check out Tabletop Loop or Dice. You think of that Dice subscription service that I saw posting pics about the other day, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot about this Dice subscription service. So it's like, you don't even have to think. I love subscription services, but you don't have to think about them. It's like you buy it once, and then you just like a present for yourself every month. Anyway, we're also sponsored by D&D Beyond, and it's like I was checking out Descent into Avarice. I haven't read all the stuff about the racing, the infernal machines, but what I just it's to me it's like there's not enough robots and machines. So there we go. Anyway, go check it out. We're here playing D&D 5th Edition tonight in the Kaleidoscopic Ocean. Players have stopped in their journey towards the mythical isle of the Hot Springs Island, and have set in for a few days at the Spire of Golanville and participated in some of the community games that were on offer, including, I believe, turtle shell tossing. There was, what did you guys get up to last week? I don't know exactly what it was, but we played a round of Power Blitzball, which is a kind of a thing I mashed together at the last minute. And the Big Bang Babies, if I remember that right.
What was our team name?
It was a total blowout against the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks didn't manage to get any points up on the board, and it was a complete and utter defeat for them. Poor duck people and other waterfowl who had traveled quite afar in order to participate in these games and train underwater and whatnot, defeated and shamed, and you never see them again. And so, but you have the rest of that day to kind of hang out. They're not going to make you play two games in one day. So it's getting on into sort of the evening. There's a big festival going on. It's all the merfolk and Piscean people of the bay have come out, and so there's a chance to there's a bit of a party for y'all, because it's like, oh, you won that one. Everybody's kind of like, oh my god, you guys are awesome, and as well as a chance to mingle with the other team, if you wish, Taco Bays.
Wow, I like how the caption says, stripper party Freon. Explain how you that in Priceville. Like, oh my god. Sorry.
Same.
Nice.
I see that the Zoom chat says duck people, and I need to know whether or not they look like Howard the Duck or whether they look like the Mighty Ducks cartoon.
Wait, on Zoom chat?
The cabbage ducks I put in our Twitter chat.
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah, they look like the Duruls from Glorantha with Rufus. So they kind of look like Daffy Duck,
That's really
Daffy
cute.
or Donald,
Oh,
but
that's
they're
cute.
also heavily armed and barbarous.
How tall are they?
They're about 3 or 4 feet tall.
Okay, so like
Well,
Howard
there were
the
some
Duck,
swan
but short.
people. There were swan and geese people with them as well. A whole bunch
Ooh,
of
geese
waterfowl,
people,
and
no.
had geese
The
people
swan
with,
person
they
was
were-
real mean.
the
That's real
geese were like a
scary.
berserker. So there was a bunch of them. They were bigger, but
Ooh, geese are scary.
you know that there used to be. Listen, man, you guys used to know there used to be like swans that were 20 feet, like big.
Yep.
That's crazy.
That's a fucking
Anyway,
lie.
that
I
is
need to
not a
Google
lie.
that.
That
Keep
is not a
talking.
lie.
I'm gonna Google
I
it.
forget
I
what they were
googled it
called.
too. It's a thing.
20-foot
It's a thing,
swans.
and they fought people
Whatever, Lindy.
that were like 3 feet tall.
You sit on a throne of lies.
I'm telling you, our own history.
Don't call it my throne, Grant.
is the best fantasy setting. Anyway, that's where we're done. It was a shutout. Yes, they were duck people. They were anthropomorphic duck people, and because I never gotten to play in Glorantha, but I've always wanted to have duck people because they seem to just really upset everybody, and so
When you play the King of Dragon Pass, like turn-based game, and those cabbage ducks just show up. It's like, oh, what are these guys? No.
So you're at the sort of Victor's tent pavilion, that's set up on the seafloor, and you have a chance to, like I said, mingle with the other team if you wish. There's a bunch of people who were like, "Oh my god, everybody!
My fan
Where
club.
did y'all come from? Who are you?" Yeah, and the like. So
Yeah. I want to go to the group that's like, where are you? And I want to start preaching the plight of Weirus Dune and his exiled sea people and how we've come back to the ocean.
Ah, okay, all right. So they're in the winter's tent.
Yes, if anyone that's gathered around, and if there's any of my fan club like trying to lurk around and get in and mingle, they're invited as well.
Okay, yeah. There's a bunch of people that would come over, especially sort of with your antics, sort of like riot, pumping up the crowd and like. There's a good number of people that are there to meet you.
Any with soft eyes and strong hit? No, I'm just kidding. I'm doing a lot of
just. Boyfriend on the ship.
I can have two.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You have another one?
Is he on the team?
Valeris?
Valeris, yeah, it's Valeris.
I think Valeris. We ended up not using Valeris. We went with a Techno Otter and one of the extra planar merfolk.
Yeah, Ottermus Prime.
Yeah.
There's
Ottermus, Merryweather, Slag, Funk, and Phasma is what I have. All right. So they're also there as well. Everybody's like, oh yeah, but they're less charismatic, and they seem just less animated, alive. And so there's a sizable crowd that's gathered around Weirus, and some of them are listening rather rapt, and you would notice rather quickly that after you launch into this, exiled back and everything, that there's like murmuring, little bubbles of murmuring that are going up amongst the little crowd that you gathered.
What are they murmuring? I want to move about them. Let them get close enough to touch.
Yeah. They are murmuring that one of the exiles is back. And mostly just was serious. This guy, it's less of like the exile and more like this guy's not serious. Is he like, the exiles? That's a myth. Or a long time ago. There's not any left. Those are the kinds of murmurs and whispers that you hear. And if y'all are present in the Winter's Pavilion, you would.
Yes.
It doesn't take a genius to kind of hear that. But there's enough people there who are still listening. They're not just completely walking off. It's just caused a ruckus, bit of a commotion. It appears as though the other team has noticed.
I don't think Myrtle would really be aware of much that's going on. It's because she's this old lady that's a badass, but she's still an old lady. Her limbs hurt because she just killed it out here in the field, and she is probably still hungover from drinking a ton of stuff from
50.
the previous night. 50 drinks, if I do say so myself.
Right.
Regrets.
That's right. I forgot about that. Okay, yeah. So Myrtle's just sort of coasting through, doing the best she can.
Yeah, she's really trying to focus on what's happening and try to be in the moment, but she's just no.
It's getting close to bedtime as well. It's getting on into the
Mm-hmm.
The sun's gone down, the ocean's gone dark.
3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta call it a night.
Yeah. All kinds of magic lights, of course, keep the place nice and well lit and festive. So Myrtle sort of drifts around. There's hors d'oeuvres and platters and trays, and it's like they're putting on a party here for everybody. But the kind of you're the centerpiece, as it were. And if nobody really does anything or mingles or wants to do anything, I don't know. I guess let me know if you want to.
Remember that guy that was interested in Ophelia?
Yeah, I'm looking for him too.
Yeah, you're looking for him. All right, what was his
Is
name?
he around?
Zonts? Yeah, Zonts is great.
If he's around, I would just like to stare at him while I eat my snacks. But like, try not to be obvious. Just like.
So he's got one of those, like, he can, like, he doesn't have bifocal vision, you know? So he's, like, got you with one of his walleye fish eyes, and it just, like, occasionally blinks and looks over. He seems, he notices you noticing him, and is not unnerved by it, but is, keeps looking in your direction.
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Weirus is going to be busking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
Creation myth of our people.
The creation myth. Okay. So at this
Yeah.
point, the 3 of the taco base have swam over to where Weirus is, and it looks as though they're sort of like all of 3 of them are merfolk they're sort of like stocky, big, husky like groupers and the like. And the lead, who you would know to be the captain of the team, Norel Jin, he swims over and is just kind of like, you can't tell me that you all believe this stupid child's story of the exile return. Look at him, he's sun-scorched and mad. They can't, it's like an 80s, they're trying to like 80s movie punk you. And
Yeah.
go over to make fun of Weir's.
I'm gonna stand right in front of them, and I'm gonna ask them to stop saying those things, lest they want to find themselves flat on the floor.
Come on. Listen, there's nothing.
So I
Nothing-
place my hand behind their ear. No, I see TK over there. It's like, unless you want to end up flat on the floor.
He's like, he leans in close, and like you can feel the water currents and shit. He's like, why don't you make me trench dweller?
Yes, show him the origin of your people.
All right.
Flirting?
And he kind of like swims back.
We're going to make another people. As soon as he goes to swim back, I'm going to attempt to shove him flat.
This is a mating ritual, right? I'm not misinterpreting this, correct?
It better be.
He's left himself
Yeah.
open, so you have advantage on that. If you'd like.
Cool. It helps if I go right into my electronic dice roller.
Roll to smooch.
Oh, gosh. You know it. I'm all about that roll to smooch. 19.
Ooh,
Is that
yes.
a critical smooch?
I don't know. Did you take the lover's embrace feat? A lover, not a fighter?
That's a feat.
I'm sure we.
Well, I do want it. I want
Is
it to
it?
be.
We're gonna be
Hey, level
level
four.
4.
Yeah, you're
pretty
gonna
soon.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know, right?
Laramar is ace, but like for real.
Yeah, we could make one if you want.
Weirus is as well, but Weirus is also highly romantic, and it's one of those
that's
things.
fair.
How cute is this guy?
Yeah.
He is like, he's cute in like an Olympic athlete kind of way.
Okay, so
Michael
yeah.
Phelps
So,
or
like, yes.
a wrestler, you know?
More
Yeah.
Michael Phelps type. Like he's a midfielder forward. So he's
Well,
more of a
how
sleek,
cute is he when
swimmer.
how cute is he when he's gracefully laid down on his back and mounted
this-
by the
this-
strapping young
that
paladin?
that liminal space between flesh and scales.
How big are his
No.
ears? Because like Michael Phelps has got some huge ears.
He's got like fan ears that help.
Yeah,
his
but are they big?
aerodynamic. They can be if he flares his spines.
I mean, there's more than just Michael Phelps.
Let me
Sure.
flick him a little. No, yeah.
Okay, pick
Sure.
somebody else.
Well, I'm gonna
We can
gracefully.
What is your charisma?
Oh, he could be like Oscar De La Hoya. He was an Olympian. He got a gold medal.
Yeah.
Or Muhammad Ali when he was an Olympian.
So
He
did
was
Patton.
cute.
Patton also, I think, got a gold medal. He was an Olympic medalist.
Patton Oswalt.
No,
No.
Patton, General Patton
Okay.
for fencing.
I don't think Weir's charisma is 21, is it? Because,
My charisma.
Uh-huh.
Well, can I take a devil's bargain to fiddle this? my charisma itself is a 16, but if there's any things that I can do to modify this, I might be able to get it up. No, you're
Possible,
right.
yeah.
He's not in love with me.
He's not. He's not wooed by
Just
charms.
lust.
I mean, that's another matter entirely.
I was
before the game. He's got to.
Yeah, but is it this matter?
We're gonna have some hate sex. No, not having it. I'm going to wrong pipe. So no, but this was the grapple check. So, or actually, it was a shove, and it's one of those things. Put them down, and you just kind of use my move, and you start on top and hold them there, and be like, "Well, I made you. Now what?"
He's like, his buddies are laughing, and he's kind of smiling, and he's like, disqualified, my friend. And he like just is all hands up in the air, and there's like a bunch of witnesses who have seen you throw the first
Oh no!
punch
But
there.
this isn't a punch, though. No.
It's not a punch. Well, that's why you're gonna have to talk to the refs.
No, okay. Well, here's the thing.
But they this is like
They see me walk up, take him, and put him down, and it's one of those things. Gosh, all right. I'm gonna try to deceive everyone.
Okay.
And I'm going to. All right, time out.
Need
Need to talk to
this
play.
one.
Yes, so that's what I'm thinking. So, what? How does the party feel? And I'm just checking on everyone's comfort level. This is a check-in.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do.
How do we
As
think
I'm-
about what?
I'm gonna fake it as if he was smooching me. Like I'm gonna puppet his body since I have full control of him, and we're gonna plant one on each other, and we're gonna roll over to where I'm underneath, and I'm gonna be like, "No, stop! You can't." But I'm a great kisser, so he might be into it.
I mean, it's a little weird.
I don't know. How do I pull this off? I guess I don't. No.
I'm not gonna walk you through pulling it off. I mean,
That's Lindy's job.
Wah, wah.
So no, I've made my bed, and I'm going to have to sleep in it.
no,
So
you don't have to sleep, but
no, it's not.
sorry, I ate a lot
polite,
of cake
though.
today.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want cake.
I think
Okay.
I think that standing up and not trying to to deceive your way out of it is the paladin way to go. And
Well, I'm not going to try to deceive my way out. My oath didn't say anything about lying. It just said that I'm not supposed to cause damage. And so this is one of those things where
It's such a
I think I'm going
lawyer
to keep them pinned.
thing to say.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep them pinned. Well, I was very
Yeah.
specific. I wanted to make sure that I held them. Is that our
This is
pretty
him.
fish boy?
I think that's him. That's what
Is
I
that him? Is he a pretty fish boy?
I think so.
He's got a skinny neck.
I like
Yeah.
him.
His
That's fine.
shoulders are a little too soft. They're not broad enough. But
He's svelte.
He is svelte.
Okay,
We
so-
did say Michael
what's
Phelps
everybody
at
else
first.
doing during all this? So we
long
Lewis has
torso,
got-
short legs.
Lewis has got this
Ophelia's
merfolk
chatting
pinned.
up the, Mr. Waterlog guy.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it was great. I loved that play was amazing.
Thank you. It was nothing. So what do you like to do in your free time? She's a single mother. She's gotta work through.
He's like, I stargaze and I dabble. Yeah, he's got a lot of things going. He's a coral sculptor, but not anymore. It's just
Okay.
that kind of thing. And he's pleasant enough.
Mhm.
And I do believe last time that he's smitten with
Mhm.
Ophelia because he was seeking you out as well. Is your friend over there? Crab, he's curious about Myrtle. Doesn't want to step on any crab legs.
Oh yes, that is my friend Myrtle. She's very nice. She makes the best apple pies, and she helps out with the children, and it's very good.
So you're chatting Zon's up while Weirs is like shoving and pinning, and they're trying to trap him and get him on a technicality.
I think I'm okay with it. I think I'm gonna grab this guy who's grappled and probably can't get out of my arms. I'm gonna drag him before the commission. I'm gonna be like, I manhandled this soft boy.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to punish me. I'm
All
out.
that soft boy's technicalities.
It's like the ref is like a grouper, right? Like a Goliath grouper but with arms and legs instead of fins.
Jeez.
It's sort of like, and you know, you've got to argue your case for this like giant kind of mush-mouthed fish. What's going on here?
He challenged the validity of my entire existence, and words can hurt.
Man, what are you doing? He's like, and he wants the full account for both of you. And,
yeah, I start singing the song from the top, and I make them sit through all 17 verses.
That's
okay, and then, I'm going to show them my gig mark, and if you remember, I put a small incision. I'm going to start bleeding, where I'm like, yeah, and he hit me on the way down, so it's like, essentially, I have a gash, he doesn't have a mark on him.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to be like, yeah, and then, you know, he took a swing, so I went down with him.
And if so, I need to deceive on that one.
He moved at me. This is a deceive. I'm gonna say he
moved
in an aggressive. He moved in an aggressive manner. He postured for a fight, and this is a full-on deception, though.
Yeah.
But Weirus is very good at those.
21's the number to beat.
21.
Right.
And it's in roll 20.
Yeah, he gives you one of those, you know, Larry David stink eye looks. You know.
I'll invoice you later.
All right. Well, Where's June Outlanders starts with a penalty when you start the game tomorrow. And so you can't just antagonize them. And he swims off. So both of you will start the game with a penalty, which I will figure out what that means in just a minute, because it means something different in the course of the skill challenge thing. So
I was gonna say
he's about to swim off. He like gives you a look, but there's a moment where he's just like waits to see if either of you have anything to say. Noral doesn't. He's like, it's fine, ref.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let the ref know that they are wise and just, and then you are wise and ethical, and then I leave.
The after party's in my mouth later. He's like, because he's sorry.
The after party is in my mouth.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
Go on.
You know what Goliath
Don't
Reapers,
listen, Josh.
They keep their harem in their mouths. Is what they as fish.
What?
Fish do weird shit.
harems.
You don't have to
but
make up
yeah,
anything, but they keep like their mates in their mouth. Like there's that much dimorphism between.
What?
Yeah, but sort of like anglerfish, like every
they
anglerfish that has
parasitic after they.
The males are like little tadpoles, and then they lose all their internal organs after they attach themselves. And they just like look like little dangling fish things off big.
This is the hottest episode we've ever had, and I'm really sad about us getting demonetized after this.
Yeah.
It's okay. The Patreon will kick up.
Neryl swims away and turns over, looks over his shoulder, giving Garrus a wink, and heads back to the rest of the taco bays, who are all like high-fiving each other, chest bumping and tail slapping. It's like that. It's like Ski Club 2 and that scene in Top Gun all rolled into one.
Kiss my grits.
And Aquaman.
Yes.
It's like it took 3 of those movies.
Oh my gosh, which Aquaman though?
The newest one.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine, I guess.
You didn't like that one? I mean, it's
fine. It's just I'll always love Aquaman with the hook hand. So
yeah,
I didn't even know that was the first Aquaman movie.
Well, no, it's from the animated series. But Aquaman in Gods and Monsters, the animated Gods and Monsters DC movie is.
Yeah, there you go. Aquaman. I like this character. Anyway, so you have the rest of the evening. There's all of the features of the spire that is there at your disposal, as well as various sights and sounds. This is kind of like a fair / sporting event / art festival. So there's just sort of like the whole region here is crowded with people from out of town.
Out of towners.
Yeah.
Well, so Calliope, I think, is it's kind of dawning on her that, hey, maybe she's stuck here, maybe and definitely. She hasn't seen very many normies, even for her.
Define normie for Calliope.
She, old school traditional fantasy characters or old school traditional fantasy fairies. That would be what she's used to seeing. I mean, like she's in a yeah, like I don't know if it fits with the canon of the setting, but she's seen like back in her home plane, she's seen like dwarves and elves and
there are some on the Feywild in the sense that they're like
travelers,
cobbler dwarves that live under the stairs and everything. They're not necessarily like the Viking, where figured kind of dwarves you get in fantasy worlds. And they're all, there's a lot of elves in the Feywild. That's left here for there.
So so it's been a while for Calliope, so she's looking to get laid. That's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
And she's and I think she's at that point where she's like, all right.
You are in a there's plenty of opportunity. There's plenty of means, motive, and opportunity about you. If that's what you're in for.
Probably at a victory party surrounded by a bunch of dudes. Probably might be her best bet. So I think she can keep hanging out with them.
All right, like you don't even need to roll for that kind of thing. That's sort of why this whole party. It's like, it's sort of like the Olympic Village.
Exactly. It's like the Olympic Village. It's like everybody's fit, everybody's stressed. Why not have sex? Lord, like just chill out and like get to know each other. Good Lord, people.
Just listen to your bodies.
Listen to your bodies.
Listen to your fishy bodies.
Listen to your heart.
Maybe she'll try to seduce a duck.
Yeah, hook up with Howard the Duck.
That's got problems too, though.
Howard the Duck. They do.
Yeah, they do. They have corkscrews.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean,
but so do cats.
So that's a problem.
When you think about
listen,
it.
You are at the place to be for anthropomorphic.
You'll have to go with a techno otter.
First off, techno otter is fully cyborg.
Yeah.
Second,
that means different settings.
That's true.
And we're sorry, Hasbro.
We're going to have a crossover with Mattel.
Have you ever had one of those detachable shower heads? I'm just saying, hook up with a techno otter.
That's what I'm saying. Well, we'll see.
are you you're gonna give Artemis Prime?
Okay, but here's the problem.
No, go for baby butter. Go for baby butter.
Baby butter? Absolutely not.
That's
Pickle puss.
Oh, pickle paws, yeah.
Pickle
Oh
paws.
no, go back. Baby
Prime.
Yeah, that's the name of one of the
That's the
otters.
name of the
Baby butter is just too close to baby butter, and that makes me.
No, it's baby butter. It is what it is.
As opposed to baby batter.
Yeah, as opposed to baby batter.
Exactly. It's too
We
close.
want to avoid that too. Okay.
I'm uncomfortable. We have too many moms on this expedition already.
There's a lot of us.
Artemis Prime
One more kids on this ship.
is too close.
They're so cute.
Oh, that's right. Artemis Prime
He's-
did
he's
steal
like-
your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
That
he's
makes him
also
a bad
kind of-
boy.
And he's also kind of infatuated.
You're right. He might
And
catch
so-
feelings.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't want to
It
catch
breaks his
feelings.
heart.
No.
yeah,
No catching feelings. No catching babies. Okay.
yeah.
Got our
Yeah.
list.
I mean, she knows what she's doing. She's
Ophelia just
Does
lays
she?
eggs. It'll be fine.
I mean, she's grown up like dodging satyrs. She knows how to handle herself.
Yeah. Okay. I
You
get
know-
you. I see what you mean. The Feywild is a pretty randy place.
You don't survive Fey orgies and kill on the other side of it.
I got
and not know how to
Bacchus,
handle it.
Dionysus. all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
What a turn.
Yeah.
Well,
we
I'll
could
let your
put
imagination run
something.
wild on that one, but I might be drawing our veil here as
Okay.
Calliope gets like carried out on. I don't know. You guys can do whatever y'all want in private chat.
I'm gonna walk on
If
the
it's
beach.
that-
I'm just saying that techno otters definitely have like those scanners that you could get in the bootleg dating sims on Newgrounds that like clip through your clothes.
It's got that bionic eye. Listen, there's a warlock enchantment you can get with invocation. Let you see if it's like gives you extra
Yeah.
vision.
There's a
Really? Is there? What's it
yes,
called?
there is. There's
I
extra
forget
vision.
which one it's called. It's like
Do I
Those
get
are
a new
wicked.
invocation at level 4? Because
forget. Let's check
No
D&D
reason.
Beyond. D&D Beyond are you is the D&D game gonna let my players perv out on my NPC?
this is your decision, though. Will
Yeah.
you allow us to provide?
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm that kind of DM. I don't like saying no. It's my problem.
So here we go.
Anyway, where are we at here? Calliope's being carried off.
Yes.
I was gonna. All right.
Yeah,
You can-
Ophelia she'll go stargazing with,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's you got like they got to get up above the kelp mat and like kind of hang out, and it's sort of like a weird place to be where it's like it's kind of like the beach. In that
Yeah.
it's just sort of like a bunch of people wandering around and laying out and hanging out. But most people stay below. You can't see anything from below. All right.
So she'll just cuddle and stargaze.
That sounds real nice.
She's a good cuddler. All those
I
times.
bet.
Wait, so you did go with said person?
Yep.
Okay.
She's gonna go cuddle.
Myrtle's just gonna be like, alright.
Yeah.
And just continue to be very hungover and eating all the snacks.
Oh, and how about are Larimar Weirus doing anything with their evenings as the party splits up?
Where was Larimar during all of these sports?
Well, I mean, like that's up to you. You could have been cheering them on. You could have. We assumed you might be the manager, and maybe that's how you got roped into it.
Larimar was definitely
Volunteered.
like the water child,
Yeah.
the water baby. I feel like Larimar probably didn't want to do sports, but still had to show up in like the 80s gym shorts and tank top that's like hanging off of their
High
incredibly
socks.
elastic body.
Yes.
High socks, little shorts,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, big old high tops.
skinny, very
yeah,
skinny.
their dreads like pulled up in like a little pineapple.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is the best.
I kinda
They
wanna
showed
do
up
that.
to the wrong field, so they're just standing around like, oh,
What's going on?
Kicking the ball alone.
What I like is the fact that
Okay.
like Larimar doesn't necessarily have any bones. Maybe it's
Does not.
scrunched down as the
Very much.
outfit compresses. Yeah.
it's a very Larimar is like a stretched out sea pig.
Okay.
I don't know,
yeah,
very into
I love it.
descriptions
I
tonight.
love it.
Yeah,
I love
no,
it.
Larimar sees people like talking and stuff. I think Larimar is gonna try and be sneaky too, but Larimar's not very good at sneaky, so it's like, oh, so this is the Olympic Village party. But Larimar's like, hello, have you ever seen a book full of tentacles?
You're asking just the most difficult.
Literally anyone.
Yeah. So there's like a fish person with tentacles.
Tentacles.
Well, yeah, like I mean,
It's
Kind.
magic.
magic book of tentacles. No, I've never seen a magic book of tentacles.
Would you like to?
Sure. Hey, you were on that team, right?
What team?
The one that won the BBBs, the Big Bang Babies.
I would like to
Right.
incite this conversation and see if that is a good thing. Larimar cannot tell.
What's your insight roll? Yeah,
Oh, I forgot I have to roll dice for this.
sure.
It's an 11.
Oh, God.
They're kind of smiling, maybe like they seem they're not swimming away. They're making
No.
eye contact.
No, not me. That is not me. I don't know what team is. I don't sports. I don't know.
Oh, I guess I thought I saw
Clearly
you.
wearing a tank top that says the team name.
But it's right there. That the logo.
I stole this shirt.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
I'm not
And
a
he's-
criminal.
Sort of is confused now. I was gonna. If
I'm
you're
not a
not
criminal.
with the team, then I'll just.
Do you still want to see the magic book? Okay. No, that's fine. Oh, that's fine.
Later.
I can. Yeah, I'll indoctrinate someone else. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And he kind of swims off after. I don't know what that was all about.
Talking to people is hard.
Yeah.
It is true. That's very true. So Larimar, how many times do you make an attempt like that?
As many times as I can get away without being kicked out.
Okay. I mean, they're not going to kick you out unless you start like manhandling people.
Awesome. No, Larimar
sure.
doesn't do that. I
Yeah.
think that Larimar just tries to keep like standing on the edge of conversations, like with a little paper cup, and then you walked away. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. No, that's fine. I'll just ask no, okay.
It takes 22 attempts before someone
Oh my god.
is just sort of like, yeah, sure, it's like an eel person, you know, and they're kind of like looking at you on one half of their face.
Fascinating. Fantastic. Could you come behind the stadium seating with
Oh
me?
yeah, sure. And it swims over and
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have weapons?
no.
Oh, simply splendid. Thank you.
That was weird. And it swims along with it.
Do I have any like inclination on how to indoctrinate people into this Disney World cult?
No, like they were yeah. I mean, a lot. There's a lot of time that passes in between when we play, where your characters could just get up to whatever, and so you could have attempted to glean more information and the like, but it's not like it's not without potential risk, like trying to contact your patron like that.
That sounds scary. I think I'll just wing it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. How do you start a cult?
Well,
Why would you ask me, Jim?
I'm highly religious. I'll give you the guide. No.
This is a very pointed question, as though I've started one before, which I haven't.
No, but I mean, like maybe you have some ideas or something, you know.
Yeah.
First step is a charismatic leader.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, and the problem is that Larimar is charismatic, but doesn't know how to use charisma.
Mhm.
And so it makes people less likely to want to hurt them, but also less likely to want to help them. So I think Larimar starts like pulling open guidebooks and doodling different ritual stuff on the ground, and looks at the person. It's like, do you understand this? The tentacle head. Do you like it? Yes, this is good.
Oh yeah. So this is like what is this thing? It's like a new god or something. Like what are we doing?
Oh, old god. It's a very old god.
Old god.
Oh, you would love this. Let me tell you all about this. So this is the one that devours everyone, pulls them down to the abyssal layer of the ocean, and then swallows them whole in their elastic stomach. It's fascinating.
Wow. So okay, sorry, it lives down there. So what do we like? Just like, how do we not get eaten?
Well, you have to be very special. But right now we're mostly recruiting sustenance. So
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
mhm.
So like, this like, where do y'all meet? Do I have to, is there an application?
Oh yes, a very special application.
He seems nervous. Well, all right. I'll give it my best.
Of course, yes. Larimar, I think Larimar is going to like attempt to draw like from what they have left over from their guidebooks and stuff.
Mhm.
Try to draw like a map type thing back to the cave where they met that horrible creature.
Wow. Okay. All right. So that's ways away, but yeah, that's
Go
great.
here, take three of your closest family members.
Oh yeah. Okay. And they're here. Then this is where we're not getting eaten.
Yes.
All right. Okay. I really appreciate it.
Oh,
It's a good thing we came to the Spire today.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Absolutely. I cannot tell you how happy I am to be having this conversation with you.
Yeah, that's really great. That's really wow. I thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And,
Larimar gives them a little like seaweed paper mache like keychain that they made of like the little tentacle head. And it's just like, here you go, take this holy symbol.
and they seem, utterly bamboozled.
Yes. Bamboozled again.
Yeah. All right.
Goddamn. Gotti.
So this takes the better part of the night, and everyone else is off enjoying their own activities, their own spending the time as they like it. And the morning comes, the sun shines down to the clear water. The various peoples of the region stir themselves and partake in another sort of like mass communal breakfast, like just great big buckets of fish dumped into the water, and sort of not like a feeding frenzy, but it's definitely a sight to see as the peoples of the bay enjoy their morning fish breakfasts. And it's not before long that you are called to the part of the bay where the second and final match of the Power Blitzball tournament will take place. And is there anything that y'all want to do right beforehand?
I want to petition my penalty for review and have it overturned. I've competed enough sports, Jim Davis, that I know
Yes.
that is the certain type of thing an athlete does.
And as you're going there, and like Naral is there, he's like him and his buddies have like caught the early worm and are making their case. I did not touch him. I didn't touch him. You guys, you know me. You don't even know who this person is. Since he has these tricks, he's in exile. We can't trust the word. They're all of them word.
I want to see if I can get
Why?
Naral's attention.
Mm-hmm.
Get him to come up and talk to me. And I promise I'm not going to pretend like he bit me in the face. I'm not going to pretend like he thumbed me in the eye. I'm not going to grab my groin area and pretend I suffered a low blow. It's just going to be on the up and up. I want to see if I can get Naral. I think if we both go and just say it was a misunderstanding, they might throw it out.
Okay. All right.
And
you catch his eye. Like you can swim.
yeah, I'm gonna call him over, and I'm gonna claim that the rules say that if we both teams start with a penalty, it just nullifies the penalty. It's like the 10 must rule in boxing. You gotta score 10 points. If both fighters foul each other, it resets to 10 points instead of being a 9-9 round. So I'm gonna make precedents. That's what happens.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's see. There's like a bunch of the refs and whatever the master ref is. It's there, and
I really got the worst of it. So
yeah, just everybody knows that you got that kind of a game or stop. He's sort of like one of them sort of pipes up.
if I got a cut of the game, there would have been blood in the water.
Just like gives you a scowl. You did. I thought you cut yourself before during the.
I did, but okay. So it was a gig mark. Gig mark is a pro wrestling technique where you put a very thin slice, and then you can choose to crack it open yourself and cause bleeding because you can't actually cut people in a pro wrestling match. But we never got into a scrum. If you remember, I was away from everyone.
Scrum, yes. Yeah,
my plan was because I was exhausted, I was going to cheat.
I remember.
Cheat and paladin. That's my brand.
So yeah, okay, that's right. You didn't.
It's the old rope-a-pope.
Sort of like
Rope-a-pope.
Everybody's
I like that.
No, Neryl's lustrous hair can't cushions head spines. You know, like, just stop trying to get out. But there's an argument amongst the judges, a bit of back and forth, and you know, they're chatting amongst themselves for a minute. You have a opportunity just alone with Neryl.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can convince Neryl to go in on this with me. We might as well obliterate the penalty and then take it out each other in the game like civilized people.
Well, yeah, you're right. Well,
So let's
why
go
not?
make a case.
Why not? Where's fine.
All right, take
And,
my hand. No, we go up hand in hand.
All right, swing up arm in arm. That's the judge's turn back. You know, he's all right, very well, and he launches into let's I think if there's any blah 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 he needs to.
He's a great orator.
I'm trying to provoke you guys. Just get under my skin with this whole exile business. And he's trying to like both agree to what it is that you want and get in another little dig at Weirs.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Exasperated, the judge. Just get this game over with. Me too. Get my eyes on you. And he motions a flipper hand away to go join your respective teams.
All right.
And anything that you all do right before as you're getting ready for the match.
Is this the follow up then?
Yes, this is the second one. This is the follow up for the big money.
Ophelia's getting a full body tentacle massage to limber up, get ready to go, because she's going to have to grapple a bunch of people, probably. So she got to limber up. Do some stretches.
Most assuredly, we'll have to do that. So I've made some changes since the last time we did this, and I think one of them is that I'm going to have y'all roll all the dice. And so instead of, in order to kind of keep up the feel of the sort of the action of it, instead of having me sort of make, instead of you having to declare defensive actions, basically, whenever I respond, I'll just say, like, so-and-so's swimming over, looks like they're trying to, tackle you or something like that, or like block you from passing to another player. And then you will just roll one of your respective skills against a static number instead of it being an opposed roll. The other one is some slight changes, as this is like the judge, because of yesterday's matches, fortunately the referees were using the old rule book, and and they and explains that and for this particular game that it is possible to strip the ball out of another player's hand. And if they are holding the ball, you can tackle them and the like. That was different from the last time.
Last time I just had to shake the guy until he
there's some, yes.
probably got some whiplash.
We all know the old rule book. Altered too many neck injuries. And so I think those are the only big ones. The other one is just sort of like I've simplified some things. It hopefully doesn't take up as much. But one thing I have is that if your character has the ball, then they have to make a dexterity save at the beginning of every round just to simply maintain grip on it, as it is not aquadynamic and is sort of like slightly buoyant and is meant to be a little slippery with that. So
Makes sense.
Yeah. So who all is heading out to the out into the water?
Before Weirs heads out, he's been up all night preparing signs for our team that he's passing out to the crowd in the front row. It's got little pictures of us that he drew. And, there's a Myrtle, there's an Ophelia with a bunch of legs, there's a Calliope, winking at the crowd, anime thumbs up. There's a Larimar, but it's really just kind of like a straight line. And And then
with little noodles on top.
and then for Weirus himself, he commissioned a fine oil paint. No, he didn't. It's just good. There's just a W for Weirus. And it says Weirus is a winner. And then they're gonna turn that on me and say Weirus is a wiener. That's not good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then Weirus is
It
swimming
is
out.
now.
You walked into it.
Get your pocket sand.
So
You walked into that wiener, Weirus.
right. So there is a
Yeah, you are.
yeah, the crowd sort of like excited, especially like y'all are really popular amongst Drylanders, out of towners, that kind of thing. The taco bays are
Taco
the hometown favorite, as it were, and
Are they soft shell tacos or hard shell tacos?
they're all of them soft shell. They don't have any crustaceans on their team, so.
Yum. I'm gonna start referring to people as soft shell. I know I said meat bananas earlier, but okay, maybe I'm just hungry. That's what it
Okay,
is.
so
Yeah, you're making me hungry.
Okay,
This meat banana talk.
Right.
Yeah, I am.
So
Making me
yes,
thirsty.
Josh, you had a question.
clarify who was at the party last night.
Well, most people were at the party. Like it'd be easier to say who wasn't.
Okay.
Like who were you?
Was this team not at the party, or were they?
They were at the party.
Okay.
All 10 of them were at the party. It's just
Okay.
3 of them came over and messed with Virus.
Okay, then I am walking in once we're like gathering there with one of the guys from the opposing team.
Okay. There specifically one of the dudes.
Yes.
Okay, roll me a d6, please.
Sweet. 6.
All right, so it is Tamuna Geralt. My descriptor for them is that they are nimble, and the position they play is midfield and back. They're a midfielder and a back.
Yeah, they are. I'm going to.
All right.
What's wrong with us?
I don't know.
We are
So much.
Yeah,
peak
that's fine.
land between two rivers.
Yeah, easily. I'm fine with it.
It's this time of year.
Yeah.
I'm very fine with it. So, in other words,
We're
Yes.
all fine.
Yeah.
Jim, can I request we roll an infatuation roll?
Yeah.
With this
Yeah.
guy?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Roll to fall in love.
Ooh, this might be close.
What do I add again?
You don't do anything. I roll 4d6, and
Mhm.
if I roll under your charisma, they fall in love. If I roll over,
I'm ready.
they have resisted. And I got an
Resisted
18.
Now, do I roll?
You don't do anything. You just tell me what your charisma score is.
Oh, okay. It's 17.
Aww.
So they are. I'd say that's probably borderline. They're not like right. They're not like it's not nothing, but
Sure.
they
rivals to lovers.
But they are, yeah. They're sort of. They're like, yeah, it was fun, but gotta leave that on the sideline.
Oh no!
keep
Off
in
the
mind-
field.
Off the
Keep
field.
in mind,
Next season it'll happen.
Yeah,
she's
in the
perfectly
anime.
fine with this, actually.
sure. Yeah.
She's great with this.
Yeah.
She's just made a friend.
Does Calliope need to make a 46 roll?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
You kidding?
You gonna catch feelings. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I can see
No.
that.
Rivals
No,
to lovers. I'm calling it.
She collects friends. Like, that's what she does. So,
Sure.
yes, with air quotes. Yes.
Yes.
Collects friends. And so she's got a bud now. So there's like, knowing that they're going to go,
Aw.
there's some like friendly rivalry that's going to happen.
Sure.
A friend
sure.
in every port.
Mm-hmm. A friend at every port. See, you know how it is. It's great.
There you go.
Why'd you say it like that? Maybe I don't know how it
I
is. John.
This is where our 20s come back to haunt everyone.
Quietly, really thinks that Larimar is. I don't know. Actually, Calliope cannot read Larimar like at all.
Which is funny because Larimar is very transparent in more ways than one.
Yeah. Calliope is just like just question marks appear above her head whenever she like has to interact with them.
I'm the same way
There you go.
with Larimar.
So anyway, what's the name of this guy?
Tamuna Geralt. Here, I'll put it in the backstage.
As in like Timuna Pumbaa or
I have no idea. Not like.
all right, that's fine. I'm adding it to my list of friends. So far, there's only one. It's been a sad 2 months for her.
Sure. Well, you're in a new place.
Yeah.
So by the time all the players have swam out into the sphere, Golan, the biosorcerer savant himself, has descended from his manse on high and taken a total Mary Sue type dive into the water, where his body rapidly evolves into sort of a fish thing, where he's got the head of himself, but the rest of him is just sort of fish, and kind of swims over, and then he has some kind of spell on him where no matter how far away he is, you see and hear him as if he were close. And so he sort of addresses the crowd with this kind of booming. Now, of course, this is Golan is the archmage, who sort of is the patron of this place, one of the 6 disciples that kind of created a lot of the beasts and various aquatic folk around here. He is an ultra masculine GGG sex ogre, and he maintains.
I just love it.
He maintains the clinic here, the monument to sexual reproduction, as well as keeps the peace and the spire so that the people there can enjoy their civilization. And in a booming voice, it's welcome everyone to the ultimate Power Blitzball Championship. It was the whole thing. It's glowing jellyfish sort of light up around him, and there's a whole bunch of sea anemones that spin around and are dropped into the thing. It's a big sort of do. And he goes on this spiel, the spirit of camaraderie and competition and blah blah blah. And as this opening speech winds down, you can see Narelle kind of look over at Weiris, and he kind of swims forward a bit and shouts out, "The Taco Bays would like to stir the Leviathans and introduce a new element into this match." And he kind of is petitioning Golan. Let me see. You guys are giving yourselves a crash course in Power Blitzball, and I can't remember if any of you had played it before, but you can make me a quick intelligence check to see if in the last 24 hours the new things you've learned you recall. Although who all drank, because you'd have disadvantage on that roll.
You mean last night?
Yeah, last night.
Oh my god, I would.
Totally.
Yeah, all right.
Stone cold sober.
Ophelia would only had had one.
Sure. Okay, so you're fine. But Myrtle, Calliope.
No. Myrtle wouldn't, because she was still hungover. She was trying to be kind of responsible.
I didn't drink, but I also didn't play, so I'm unhelpful.
Yeah, there you go.
Calliope had played something similar, we decided.
Yes, yeah. It bears a strong resemblance to games that just otters play.
Okay, well.
But this sounds like a rule, kind of thing.
Yeah, I got a 4.
I got a 16.
So even in
I got
Myrtle's,
a 9.
even in Myrtle's, just sort of what? No, stirring the Leviathans is a phrase that would allow the players of Power Blitzball to use magic instead of having to leave the water to cast spells.
Here's my
cast. Water.
Yeah. So why don't they just let full-on steroids? These performance-enhancing conjurations, hexes, signs. We do this natural. It's really unsportsmanlike to start to rely on the arcane or the divine. This is a test of humanoid endurance. And that's really what it's supposed to be. And it's really kind of cowardly to come out and be like, well, we should just make everything legal. Yeah. Train a little harder, get a little better at playing Power Blitz. No, this is me.
Are you making a case? Are you making a case to the crowd or to Nerl?
To everyone. It's just kind of this is the most chickeny thing. Isn't it?
Please let me cast Enlarge on our tough.
It doesn't you're a passionate. Weiris is
my tentacles
has done this
be
kind
so
of
big.
I think before, but when you're making an argument that's just from the get go. As soon as it's uttered, the crowd starts cheering. to stir the leviathans.
There will always be an asterisk next to the name of the winners, but if they want to do this, I say we let them use magic and we beat them fair and square. With that said, I'd love to see Larimar accidentally kill someone with like Hunger of Hadar in a blitzball match. Oops, I murdered
I'm just
again.
gonna lightning hug everybody. Just,
I mean, you still can't kill people. Like, there's still rules. It's just like you could use expedition.
Oh, there's magic. You can just bring them back. It doesn't matter if they
I
die.
shouldn't.
They can't. But they have to grow them a new body. But they can't just
People die in athletic competitions, high school football games. It's sad. It happens. That's what. When you add these elements.
So how long does Wirrus like make this pitch?
No, it's fine. I'm just gonna be like, all right, you know.
Let's all take steroids and take the padding out of our helmets. It'll be
Darn right. This is gonna be like the movie Kickboxer. We're gonna wrap up our hands and then put the glass on it. Be like, all right.
It's just going to be
I
a
want
marathon of $1 Million Baby, just over and over. Everybody's
Oh my God.
breaking their necks.
So it kind of swims back, and you can see that Canero looks a little disappointed at that he didn't like. I don't know that you seem to have. I don't know. You didn't like what you had to say.
Yeah.
And Golan kind of said, "Very well, just share the plan. These are the rules. You can no harm your opponent except that which comes
Hold on.
flesh to flesh contact." What is that? What is this?
Everybody wait.
Huh.
Are you waiting?
Yes.
Okay. She like rubs her eyes a little bit. Isn't magic not allowed?
No, normally not allowed in the sphere. You have to leave and then come back in and miss a
But-
play or something.
Yeah, so shouldn't it not be allowed?
There's not like normally it's not, but sometimes we like to mix things up.
Yeah, but that was against the rules. Listen, when I signed that piece of paper, that contract, it said, no magic allowed, or you're a scrub. That's exactly what it read.
Hashtag no scrubs.
That's
I
right.
don't want no scrubs.
I don't either.
Do I
Scrub
put
is-
that in the notes?
Yes, put it in the notes. And if somebody's wanting to use magic in this competition, that kind of sounds like they're scared.
All right. So between Wirrus and Myrtle, I think that there is a chance that that you could sway the crowd and certainly sway Golan, which is who you really need to sway because he's the ceremonial MC, and so
He's a sex ogre.
whichever. Yeah, he's the Archmage, biosorcerer.
I'll go persuade him. I'm gonna saunter over there. I'm a pretty boy. I'm gonna swim very passionately. It's gonna be like water ballet, and I'm going to essentially let him see the full dynamic pose of my body as I head over there. And
Remarkable form.
yes, incredibly flexible and adaptable. I'm
walk right behind
teachable as well.
Oh. Well, I walk right behind him, and I try to, as I'm saying all this, to that person and to the crowd, I try to be very charming, like a grandma charming. Like, oh, what a cute grandma.
Yeah, and I think like Father Figure by George Michael plays in the background. This is gonna be my preacher teacher. Yeah. We're just going to swim up, place his hand right on his chest, and say, "There should be no magic today. We should save those spell slots for the after party."
A test of flesh against flesh.
Yeah, like the old.
Bone against bone. Iron against iron, I say.
Hydrostatic
Run my
muscle
hand down
against
his chest.
hydrostatic muscle.
Yes.
He's
Clive is just like, come on, let's just play.
yeah.
To the marrow.
Come on, stop trying to use the Archmage. Very well then. I renege on my earlier agreement, and no, the Leviathans will not be stirred. This will be a contest of athleticism.
Like the contract says.
But if you, no, I've been seduced by the sex ogre. I'm like, but if you want to stir those Leviathans, by all means.
I gotta be honest, he failed hard.
Is he completely in love with me?
You can tell that you've stirred something in him. He is infatuated with
He
Wirrus.
wants to release the Kraken.
Oh,
Very
that
obvious.
is
Not for
to
the
have
children.
a whirlwind, or like a maelstrom. The sphere, not Krakens.
I missed 2 sessions. What is going on? What is
Let's back this up. Let's back this up.
I don't
for
know.
TK. So,
No, you don't have to back it up. It's fine where it is.
No, yeah. So this guy is like an archmage, right? But he basically has like a permanent polymorph on, and that's about it, right? And he operates a place that people can come and hang out, and if they want, they can receive assistance in getting it on, and specifically procreation. And this is a tournament that that the team signed themselves up for. They were like Powerball tournament. And it's just bragging rights. I don't think there's any reward with it. Now the race that is afterwards, that's the big one. There's a race afterwards. And turtle shell tossing and eel wrangling.
Yeah, I'm the master eel wrangler.
Because y'all needed more paper because Larimar had done all that automatic writing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you were ahead of schedule, and so it wasn't like you had like 5 days.
I've just been wondering because like this episode has been so sexy, and I'm just like, I missed 2 sessions. What is happening?
I'm just real thirsty.
I think it's the time of the season.
All the salt water.
Yes.
We've just missed having you on stream, TK, and we're like, we really got to make this worth TK's time. Let's go all in.
We really got to make this.
It's true. I was gonna quit like tonight. I was like, man, I'm done with this game. But now I am balls deep in this. I am all in.
Yeah. Well, that's you're up to speed.
Cool.
That's where we're at.
Cool. Thank you.
So there is a. All right, we're here. Golan goes through the rest of the ceremony, gives his spiel, and is now ready to let the game commence. And here we go. So we're going to, like I said, it'll be a bit simpler than the last time. But let's go ahead and whoever's going to attempt to gain possession of the ball. Let me. So refresh everybody's memory. There are 6 players that are playing with a total of 10 on the team. The ball, as I said, I mentioned earlier, is slightly buoyant, and so it kind of like slips out of your tentacles, fins, whatever. If you manage to throw the ball through the stone hoop, it is worth 6 points instead of the 4 that it was last time. Again, the old rule book, there's a reason that they threw it out. Placing a ball through the hoop is still worth 3, and it is the first team to 9 points. Let's see what other anything else. It's basically you can strip the ball if a player is holding it, and you just can't no choking, no biting, no using your fin spines and things like that. But you can tackle, shove, shoulder slam, that kind of thing. So let's see. I think that's it. And yes, Josh.
Any magic? Are we still doing pre-magic? Or
you can pre-magic. You just cannot cast a spell on the while you're in the sphere.
Okay, well then
you can you can say this instead of making a skill roll this round. I'm leaving to cast a spell, and then that you don't contribute to that round's skill totals to see where
I'm actually just going to cast Longstrider right beforehand.
Sure. Yeah,
so, do you have to be in the sphere, the whole game, or
no? There's
most of the game.
It would be if we're sort of imagining it. There's players coming and going. So
okay. So is there any expectation for a player to remain in the sphere for the majority of the time? So a player could stay outside of the sphere just to cast spells.
Certainly, yeah. Then you're allowed 10 on the team, and there are some players that they don't.
Yeah,
that's all they do is they support the team through.
What are the rules for casting spells? I'm sorry, I wasn't here, so
yeah. No, any spell is fine as long as it doesn't harm an offending player. So you can cast whatever buffs that you have on you. speed or strength or something like that.
Okay.
The other team is as well. They're just not doing it while they're on the field. So they can't like cast things as reaction spells or like
Okay.
off effects that push
So-
people or something like that.
Can I affect the field?
No. You can affect your team members only.
Lame.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But listen, you guys are the ones that didn't want to stir the Leviathans.
This is very.
Cowardly
I was fine
move.
with it. I wanted to be enlarged.
You're all about using them
Yeah, that
performance
would've been
enhancing.
You can still be enlarged, right? You
Yes.
can still
Yeah.
be enlarged,
Okay.
just ahead
Well,
of time.
It's a minute at a time, so
I mean,
What's a minute at a time?
Enlarge, reduce.
yeah, it's just a minute duration. It's kind of
Yeah,
lame.
but
So
that's
they'd
like
probably be
10
for
rounds.
they'd probably be for like one of the cycles that we would play through.
yeah, that's
Right.
long enough to eat your opponents.
Just grapple
So,
everyone.
so remember, we keep making the rolls in the skill challenge until, and basically until you have either like everybody gets like succeeds in one round, and then it's sort of like it's just an amazing play, or you kind of like grind it. It's like, all right, we toss it here and then pass it here, and all right, I'm doing this maneuver, and that would be represented by 2 or 3 rounds of everybody making a skill check. We'll see who succeeds, who fails, and I'm basically looking at the ratio of successes to failures. And then if you get 3 failures, that's like that's the threshold for like the other team gets the ball, that kind of thing. Does that make sense? It's kind of like the way we
Yeah.
did storms, and I think there were some other ones. So,
Yeah, I just want to make sure that like TK and also Laramar, the character, understand the rules, because I don't want us to be like magically disqualified because I like shaped
Nah,
water or something.
no.
I'd be okay with it.
yeah.
We stick by Laramar.
Yeah. Do or die.
It's like I don't want to like create or destroy water and then
All right. So, whoever wants to roll initiative, we can roll initiative. That's the regular
Another
initiative.
question.
Yes. So,
Can I shape water to make my team members faster?
like around them?
Yeah.
Yeah. If it sticks with them, then yeah, I think that's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like just like lessen water pressure or something like that to make them faster. Neat.
I have a question.
Yes.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z,
Yeah.
did I have advantage on initiative? Or was that only for that
You
round?
still have advantage. You have
So?
after you're hungover and you wake up, like you still notice
It's
that
permanent.
you have that quick reflexes. And like,
That's
now,
right.
You'll only ever get a mutation from that drink once, but
Yeah.
it is a permanent mutation.
Oh,
Okay. Then Myrtle would love to volunteer.
Okay.
If possible.
Myrtle, take the wheel.
All right,
13?
there we go. Oh yeah, I got a 19 for the taco bays. As let's see who it is. This is Petronilla Zero is an aggressive forward. She's a merfolk with sort of like lots of like muscle, big shoulders and arms. Is like very much in Myrtle's face and launches herself forward to take possession of the ball. And the taco bays make their drive towards the goal, and the Big Bang Babies are on the defensive. So there is they are attempting a basically like a power move in which they are all of them sort of like protecting Petronilla and making a drive towards your goal. So you can attempt to block them with athletics if you'd like, or strength checks. You can attempt to like outmaneuver them and like cause them to have to like swim around you or something with acrobatics. When you swim through their formation to kind of like get on the inside, you can use I'll let you guys get creative with your skill use. Basically, you tell me what you would like to do, and then we'll figure out what skill that it would require.
I want to tackle and grab as many people as possible.
Okay. All right. That sounds like an athletics roll.
Do it on him.
Weirus is
then,
going to try to keep pace with Petronella's 0 and be very distracting.
Okay. So what are you trying to do to distract? Like,
Make and maintain eye contact.
okay, trying to like unnerve her.
Yeah, and that's a very, Michael Jordan used to do that in basketball. Mike Tyson used to do it in boxing. It's just one of those things where it's like, I can swim as well as you. We let you have the ball. You're not going to have it much longer.
Gotcha. Give me an intimidate check, and DC is gonna be 15 for that.
Okay. So on a DC 15, I got a 19.
All right. And then what did Ophelia get?
I got a 23.
23. And how about Myrtle and Calliope?
Like what we were doing?
Yeah. So this is basically they've got you can attempt to, like, some things you can do on defense or
I want to block.
stop them, block them. There we go. All right. That is an athletics check.
Damn it! It was about to be a 20 and it freaking rolled a 4.
Oh,
but I have a 5 plus 5, so it's a 9.
9. Boom.
My dice.
How about Calliope?
You said that Tamuna was downfield. You said.
Tamuna is, they play more defense. They at the moment they are there sort of like guarding, making sure that the ball gets where it is. Although they've run into some trouble with Ophelia and Myrtle, and there's a scrum forming.
Oh, okay. So they were there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, using my hopefully superior to everyone else's speed. I'm gonna try to do a little bit of interference, distraction. Do they have like a goalie?
Yeah, but because they have the ball, there's not anybody around.
Right. Of course, yeah. Oh, right. Of course. I remember sports. Sometimes you're on one side, sometimes you're on the other.
Sure.
I
mean, you remember, the game goes pretty fast. It doesn't,
okay.
It's not like a lot of pausing or anything like that. It's more like soccer.
Okay. Well, actually, then I'll look for openings to try to steal the ball if something comes up.
Okay. So if you're looking for openings to steal the ball, you have two options. You can attempt an acrobatics check to like dart in and like stay on top of them, try to avoid their notice and get the ball as soon as you can, or you can hang back and use perception to see maybe when they're going to try to pass or throw it and be ready then. It's your choice.
Acrobatics. She's in a good mood. She's patient.
Okay. In this case, your DC is 13.
Oh yeah, I got a 19.
Okay. All right. So after that first round, it appears as though that both Myrtle and Ophelia have helped to sort of like block the opposing team, the taco base. Now, two of them slam right into Myrtle, and they sort of like use their momentum. They're these like big, beefy. One of them is a another one of these Goliath merfolk who's just like absolutely enormous, barrels into Myrtle, and then the other is like a stocky, kind of squarish, boxy looking merfolk that hits Myrtle low. And so I need Myrtle to make me a dexterity check, sort of avoid being knocked around by them.
7?
Ooh, no, I'm afraid not. So Myrtle goes tumbling and is disoriented. So you're just kind of like spinning through the water. You can't quite tell what direction is what. And other than that, everybody else, y'all had 3 success, 4. So y'all are actually doing good because Calliope comes in after the scrum forms and takes the ball from Petronilla. And we're now on our second round of the skill challenge. So you have possession of the ball, and most of the opposing team is in the this is sort of like the middle of the sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So what would y'all like to do?
Well, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm darting for the goal.
What is your move?
Base 60.
Okay.
I am in otter form.
That is
Right,
very
right.
fast.
Yeah, you're in otter form. Okay. How about everybody else? Calliope's hauling towards them.
I want to use shape water to right Myrtle so that she's not disoriented anymore.
Okay. Nice.
I'm gonna be interference, just tentacles grabbing and everybody trying to stop anybody from just dragging them back if they go after.
Okay.
Calliope.
Does Myrtle have to roll anything to not be disoriented, or with Larimar's help, would she be okay?
No, very much help. You're right. You're just
Okay.
you're about like 10 feet from where you were, sort of like slowly kind of floating. The water here, if you don't do anything, you just stay put. You neither sink or swim, and so you are just kind of floating there in the middle of the area. And it looks as though the team is the Taco Bays are a bit slow to realize what has happened, and only a few of them have peeled off to attempt to chase down Calliope, and that the rest of them seem to think they're still in a scrum with Ophelia. So that's kind of where we're at as we begin. Calliope, you're hauling ass.
Mm-hmm.
Ophelia,
Yeah.
you've got the scrum. And how about I forget. Did we?
I haven't decided yet, so I either want to lead our cheering section in a cheer, get the crowd hype and distract, or I want to kind of like boyishly snicker at Petronella for losing the ball as I slowly swim away, maintaining that eye contact.
Which makes me
Gotta
a
get-
gesture.
Yes. So actually, I think that's what it's going to do. I'm going to do that. That's not my action. And then I'm going to try to lead our cheering section. They know Calliope. They know she's great. She's the best.
Oh yeah.
The hottest thing in the ring.
So in that case, let's see. I'll need an athletics from Ophelia, just to sort of see if we can continue to kind of distract them, keep them tied up. Charisma, probably persuasion or performance, right? To sort of pump up the crowd for Wyrus.
Yeah. It'll be
And-
I was
performance.
like, that's not great. Then I looked at my sheet. I was like, oh wait, I'm strong.
And then Myrtle, what do you? So what does Myrtle do?
If she's not disoriented, she's gonna try to kind of like, I guess, get a little bit angry and then just really do her best to defend and like block everybody that tries to come her way, especially the big people that kind of pushed her out of the way. She wants
Okay.
to put them who's boss.
All right. Okay. So you can make me, if you want to just kind of like get in their way without touching them necessarily, then you can make an acrobatics. If you don't mind jostling them a bit, shoulder checking them,
Yes.
you can do athletics.
Let's shoulder check, and that's a 15.
All right. And then it's 15 for Myrtle, and then how about for Ophelia?
I got a 16. I was like, oh no, 11. And then I looked and I had a +5. And I was like, oh, just kidding. That's not awful. I'm not used to being strong.
And then for Wyrus,
19 to get our hype section hype.
19. And then, I keep forgetting to go for the other teammates, but I'll get them for it. And then so Calliope, there are there's actually looking at my my roster, it's Tamuna who is closest to you because he is a faster and sort of like defends the backfield from the back sphere, the backwater from this kind of thing. So it's Tamuna who's attempting to take down Calliope. This is going to be both swimming as fast as you can, It's going to be opposed. Well, it's not opposed, but it's acrobatics.
That's great. Yep. Acrobatics.
Yeah, if you succeed on this, you can take a shot and attempt to score.
Yeah, she's gonna tell him. Do you want to repeat of last night? And
He's like, bring it on. You should have my tough guy left.
I got a 22.
Okay, yeah. So you easily outmaneuver and break free of Tamuna. You have a clear shot at the goal. They've got no goalie, which lowers the difficulty of making the attempt by 10. So instead of you can attempt basically a ranged attack against AC 20, or you can attempt to simply place it in the bag against AC 10. Basket.
I failed my last throw, so I'm actually going to place it.
Okay. All right.
Ooh, I mean,
you get +8 to the roll from momentum.
Well, I didn't roll well, so good. I got a, let's see. Yeah, I got a 15. So
okay. So Calliope.
I didn't go for the throw.
Calliope puts the ball through the hoop, scoring 3 points for the Big Bang Babies, and thus sparking us some new initiative. But yeah, all right.
Nice.
There we go. Scores on the board. All right. Who wants to go next? Or
I'll go if nobody wants to go.
if it's initiative,
yeah.
Yeah, I like Myrtle being like our tip-off. Crab.
Krabby Patty. It's a 14.
Sauce.
Okay. Yeah, let's see what I got. Oh, no, I got a 7 this time around.
Woo!
All right.
So what Myrtle's gonna do, she's gonna go running, well, with her little legs, and then grabbing it, and then looking really quick, like anime action, zoom in into the eyes, to the big people that hurt her, and then she's gonna like run as fast as she can and get it as close to the goal as possible.
Okay.
And then maybe if somebody who's open, she'll pass it over, But that's what she wants to do right now.
All right. So at the moment we've got so Myrtle's attempting to just get it as close to the goal as possible, potentially open for a pass. How about everybody else?
Calliope, this may be foolish, it might not, but she's going to try to get the crowd going while simultaneously doing a victory lap. Like she's basically going to do like a touchdown dance in front of her.
Offsides. Sorry, whistle gets blown. It's a violation. Move the ball back 5 yards.
Right.
There hasn't been a single whistle blown on this. I think we're fine.
Yeah, that's true. Like I forgot about one, but yeah, it's been a clean game. It's been some clean games.
Yeah. It's about to not be clean.
Yeah, sure. And it looks as though Slagfunk has joined Myrtle and is sort of protecting your flank.
Hell yeah.
And Calliope, you make me a performance for that. How about Ophelia and Iris?
Jim, I think you know what Ophelia is going to be doing. She's getting in there, starting to scrum.
All right.
Weirus wants to get open, but he wants to kind of lure either Petronella or Neural. I want to get past, then I want to dribble it between their legs, all slick-like.
All right. They right now it looks as though
tackling and grabbing everybody.
Yeah, Petronella is in a different part of the sphere, not necessarily ready, but Neryl is close at hand if you'd like. And so Myrtle, Weirus is open. You can continue with ball, but we've got athletics checks from Ophelia, performance from Calliope, and then depending on what Myrtle does, see everybody else.
Oh, please.
Who has the ball right now?
I do.
Myrtle.
Okay. Whatever happens, I would like for Larimar to shape water in a way that helps Myrtle then.
Okay.
Yeah.
To, give advantage.
Sure.
So what Myrtle's going to do is she's going to kind of get close and pretend she's going to pass it, and she's not, and then when everybody switches back, I'm gonna totally pass it, really sneaky, but I'm gonna keep running so they think I still have the ball.
Okay.
So
this is so good.
Yeah, I love this.
trying to juke him out. Was that athletics?
I would say athletics. Are you proficient in deception?
I am not. No.
Okay, so it'll be athletics. I'd give you like advantage if you were or something. You've got the shape water on.
Thank God.
Yeah. You got.
It's a 22.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, their insight perception is bad, and they're kind of like caught up in the moment. There's like they're all of them merfolk, so they just like instinctively school up, and they kind of like go one way and you fake them out, and they think there's that moment or two where they don't realize what's going on, and you take advantage of it. And Wyrus, are we? No, my brain
Do I have to roll?
My brain just completely reset. We're gonna say for catching the ball. I believe that was a just like a melee attack, basically, to catch it.
Let me roll. Rolling. All right.
What did Calliope, Josh, what did Calliope get for that?
I rolled a 1, Jim.
Oh, no.
I got an 18.
That's a penalty.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Calliope gets a penalty. It's like offsides.
Yeah.
Offsides.
Yeah.
Put her in the box. Put her in the lobster trap.
Yeah, no, like she goes into the crowd.
Yeah. You're really. Yeah. We'll handle that in just a minute. Let's finish. So, what did Wyrus get?
I got an 18.
All right. So Wyrus has caught the Powerball, and they have someone defending the goal. It looks as though. Yes, number 4, Gofrol Ozen is the Goliath merfolk is the one defending the goal.
Well, first, I got to dribble it through Neryl's feet.
Yeah. All right. That's going to be acrobatics. Scandalizing the judges. So yeah, acrobatics to get it.
Natural 20.
Through,
yes! I love getting nat 20s on the stupid stuff, but this is all I wanted. To dribble it between the legs.
Excuse me. All right.
How lewd.
Here we go. Okay. Excuse me. Wyrus, you have maneuver yourself past Neryl. You're in a position to take a shot, although Gofrol is still defending it. But you have heard the penalty call for Calliope as the judges are trying to get you there.
Oh my God!
Trying to get her decent, that naked otter swimming around.
Yeah, if you don't take a shot now, then they're about to take the ball away from you.
I'm taking a shot.
All
right. So, refresh my memory. Is this a melee attack or ranged attack?
It's a ranged, given where you're at, and it's while its DC is 30, you have plus 10 in addition to your normal attack.
That's very good because I got a dirty 20 plus 10, so that is a 30.
All right.
Jeez.
All right. That is a ranged attack is worth 6 points, which brings the BBBs up to 9, and in an upset, in a very, very frustrating upset, the BBBs steal the title of champion from the top of the case.
Oh my God!
This sort of like, so these things. I drew a picture for y'all, but it's totally bootleg, and I don't necessarily. And I also wrote some stuff on it.
I'm ready.
But it's sort of like this is.
It's beautiful.
Right, I just was like doodling. This is how I roll, and it's sort of like the sphere of it. There's all these lights. People are swimming all around you, and as this Powerball passes through that stone hoop, and the crowd, like the ink, fills this water, and people are just sort of like, oh my God, and there's like a bunch of people pulling out their spines in frustration.
Oh God!
It's not that bad. And anyway, so it is, but it is.
I Like a Ren and Stimpy cartoon.
It is a frustrating and trying time for the fans of the Taco Bays.
Are they gonna riot?
They're not necessarily going to riot, but they will have. They're going to have a good time. All right. What do y'all do in the immediate aftermath of this?
Well,
I
first,
high five.
yeah, we gotta. Well, I think we gotta line up. We gotta shake hands with the other team.
Yeah, there's the whole. Yeah, there's the whole like getting.
Gross.
Good game.
Ophelia
Good
takes
game.
some deep breaths so she doesn't accidentally electrocute anyone. She was getting pumped, man. She's about to get angry.
She was getting angry. All right. Yeah, they do the whole post game, good game. You get a wreath, like a seaweed wreath. There's a conch shell trophy. Like it's a total bragging
Nice.
rights. You know what I mean?
Horrible.
Yeah.
But for that day, like everybody, they know who you are. They're like, man, Big Bang Babies, and good game. Yeah, that was just choice. Yeah.
So, I think it's one of those things. I want to go up to Nerl afterwards, and I want to offer the olive branch. Will you take my hand?
He will.
TK, don't tempt me. It's like, no, you just need to dip Nerl and plant a smooch on him in front of God and everyone.
God is dead in this land. Do it.
That's true.
To be fair, that is canon.
Here's a question, though. What about Petronella? Is she interested?
God is dead. Long live
Wyrus?
God.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the impression that she would be game, but not like she's like checked you out. You've caught her checking.
Oh yeah, it's easy. I mean, ample backside. Fish butt. Yeah, the tridents. Tritons. Okay, so really, I just want their whole team to fall in love with me. Like, they lost, but they're all in love with me. I want to become like their obsession. But so it's essentially though. Yeah, I'm not really interested in their team. I think what I want to do is go, give high fives to our fans, the ones that cheered us on.
Yeah.
And I think
everybody's having a super good time.
I think really what and it's hard because Larimar is different than the rest of us. I want Larimar to be given the conch shell and all of us to hoist them up, but I don't want Larimar to be upset by it. But I want them to feel the thrill of victory. I don't know how we
But
do
I
this.
have the conch.
Guys
I
gonna
have
have
the
to.
conch. That means I can speak.
Yes.
Yeah.
You turn into Piggy from Lord of the Flies. It's just,
No, Piggy dies. What the hecky?
He does die.
Oh, I'm sorry. Spoilers.
spoilers.
He's
Yeah,
not
it's like a 50-year-old book or something.
seen or read.
Yeah.
I got cussed out in a theater for accidentally spoiling Gandalf coming back, even though he was
God.
in the trailers. So, honestly, I deserved it. I shouldn't have been talking about the movie.
Yes.
I'm just
All right.
saying it was in the trailers.
It was.
But yes, Piggy does die. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert.
I once played Jack from Lord of the Flies in a mock trial. But
Surprisingly doesn't. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
yeah, yeah.
Blame.
So we want to hoist Larimar up if
Larimar's
Larimar's okay with it.
I'm gonna be so squishy. Yeah.
Yeah, Larimar wins.
It's scary, but I allow it, even though it's scary.
I actually decide to go ahead and enlarge Ophelia to help.
Yeah, giant octopus ride.
Ah.
We make it really weird. Now wrap every tentacle around Larimar.
Do it.
Oh, God.
This is the most beautiful spiritual experience I've had in a long time.
As ink fills, the blacky ink of the depths fills it up, and a giant octopus like subtly strangles you. I'll support
Oh my
you, not
gosh.
strangle.
Yes, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like Larimar's like, it's fine.
I bet the conch can be used as an intermediary between you and your patron eventually.
Actually, I have like a ritual that can be used as an intermediary that I just now like looked at my spells and looked at. I was like, oh, cool, neat. could have done that lament song when I was indoctrinating fools into my new cult. Rip.
Yeah. Just like teach them the song.
God, that would have been such a better idea than handing out
It's a nice
Nashville
after
Zoo
party.
pamphlets.
It'd be fun.
Do we get any endorsement deals? Like they're gonna like have like the Laramar crossbow. You know, they give warlocks like weird like items. It's like Laramar got a crossbow deal. Laramar's a pacifist.
Yeah, it's not about. Yeah, I mean, there's all kinds of people that want to come up and talk to you, and like it, like a lot of them, and some of them are just fans or people like, oh, where you come from? You know, they're just small talk, that kind of thing. But at some point, there is someone who kind of has a. You've never seen anyone like them. They appear to be a slightly pale, pale-skinned Pisanoid. They have like arms, limbs, humanoid in shape. In fact, really kind of very much human. There's no scales. There's no webbed anything. And it really isn't until you get about right here in which everything from here up seems to be encased in this jelly of some kind. It kind of like comes down over their head or over her head and sort of like comes and clamps just above the top of her nose, and like all the tendrils and sort of everything kind of flow down and sort of wave around, and she's in like a diaphanous sort of outfit. Like even those of you who aren't from here can sort of like, she's not from here.
I love her. A jelly person. I'm here for it.
Same.
And she approaches the whoever's and the after party this thing, and is say excuse me, is it okay if I'm not interrupting, am I?
Oh, please sit down. We have an extra seat here. And I like pull up the seat next to me.
Yeah, I stopped doing topless body rolls and instead put on my dress and come on over. And I'm like, what's going on?
I shrink down back to my regular medium size.
Was it fun, by the way?
That was splendid. I felt like I could just bring down a whole ship.
I'll try to do it again, but there's no promises.
Okay.
Well,
I don't know how magic works. I don't have any, so.
neither do I. Okay.
I knew you're not from these parts, are you? You came in on one of the ships recently, yes?
Mm-hmm. You're not from here either, right?
No, I'm afraid not. In fact, I was hoping to get passage aboard one of them, but I'm afraid that most of the sailors here don't they don't offer passage. And I hoped that if there was a ship that would allow you, then perhaps they would allow me, and I can assist and aid. You see, she's about to keep going with her pitch, and
I take out an apple pie and start cutting it, and like for everybody, and like I hand her one, and maybe. I mean, I don't mind, but I do have what the young kids say, squad, right? And
oh yes.
I mean, what do you guys think? What's your business? We don't even know you either. Like, you seem very lovely. You're very beautiful.
I don't know the area very well, and I was hoping, I live further south along the coast, and it would be nice to just get a ride, and I can get off whenever. I just can just ride off, and
Yeah.
but I wouldn't. It's dangerous to go by yourself, and I thought, I've never been on a boat, and you can
Hey, insight check.
kind of
Me too.
Sure.
Because much interest. 14. That's a natural 20, so 23 for
Nice.
I also want to insight her.
Okay.
me. Meanwhile,
Cool.
ADD, Jim.
Sure.
She looks like a human except for her head.
She looks. I'm trying to find the picture that inspired me.
Okay,
She is like. I mean, she looks like a human. Who's
Does she
spent
look
their-
like a sea pig?
I don't know. I'm gonna
I
find
just
a
think
picture
they're
of a sea
so cute.
pig. I'm
Okay.
gonna find a picture of a sea
Give
pig.
me this.
Google.
And
They're very
Goog.
The royalty-free one.
Let's just all give give.
Oh, they are really cute.
They're
they are.
Right? Aren't they
Yeah, that's
so
awesome.
cute?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
They're
everybody
sea
Google
cucumbers.
sea
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll bring one
They're
up
not
on the
octopus
sea.
cute, but they're
Yeah.
pretty cute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Not necessarily. They look more like kind of. I forget the kind of jelly is. It's the one with like those super long tendrils. Not a man of war, like but
Mhm, mhm.
I don't know. I have
I
a
don't
picture
know.
somewhere.
I just think that they look like they'd be heckin' tasty.
Wow. Oh,
Nom, nom,
Yeah.
heckin' tasty.
Yeah. I kind of want to like suck its little organs out like a Go-Gurt.
Oh, nice.
Mm.
I love Go-Gurts.
How
too.
how morbid but great. I like that.
So
How's that?
strawberry vanilla flavored.
All right, I'm gonna drop something in our
Where'd that
Twitter.
purple pen go?
This better be hot.
let's see.
Come on,
Ooh,
man.
this is a
Hey.
pig-nosed turtle. That's cute too.
Whoa!
Pig-nosed turtle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Grant dropped
Oh
a
my
picture
God.
too, and I was like,
Which
okay.
Oh, no, yeah.
Anne
That's-
Hathaway?
Yeah,
No, that's the-
yeah.
When people
Yeah.
ask me what my sexuality is, I just show them that picture.
Oh yeah, tag yourself. I'm the sword.
yeah.
Sorry,
I don't have a full.
We are.
Oh no, she's hot.
I
It
don't
is a
have
little.
the full. I've got a picture somewhere.
Oh,
I have a
no.
picture where it's like more of a torso
Oh
upwards.
no.
Oh,
All I
yes.
need is a chin and lips, and that's it. I'm done.
That's what she looks like.
Cute.
That's what the sex ogre told Weirus.
I'm in love.
I smell for it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so she seems like Clive here, sort of like, giving her the the rundown,
Mhm.
and
The old once over.
yeah, and there's she's not telling you everything, but she seems truthful. Like you just get people, like no one just comes out here in the middle of nowhere,
Sure.
but
Except for me. That's what I did.
sure, right?
In which case, I am going to immediately be like, I'm an outsider too. Oh my gosh. Hi, how are you? We can get along together. What's
Oh
going
my
on?
god.
Oh my god,
Hi.
like
Yeah. So does that mean I have passage then?
I mean, of course you do.
Are you the captain?
We don't say no on our ship.
No, no, I'm not. But you know what? I speak for the captain when the captain's not around. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah, we're good to go.
okay. There's sort of like a someone who is like knows enough to know that they don't know much. That's the impression you get. Well, I have my part of the reason I need help is I can assist with somewhat of the passage itself, at the very least, lend some aid to us. But my living vessel is not it's sick and needs some time to heal, and but it's still be hitched.
Living vessel. Are you referring to your hat?
My what?
No. I'm sorry. What's your living vessel?
Oh, I have sailfish.
Oh, right. Okay. I don't know how this place works. I kind of thought that your hat was.
It's my head. And you can
know.
if you get up closer, you can see her brain through the transparent flesh of the jelly.
Oh, that's so
Like you
pretty.
can see a human brain that kind of like glows sort of faintly with bioluminescence.
Yeah.
But
that's amazing.
Yeah.
thank you.
Very pretty. I love it. All right. Okay. So in that case, yes, I can definitely get you on the boat. Don't worry about it.
Wonderful.
We're GTG at this point. Let's go talk.
That's great. You, thank you. And she, let's see, what did I write? Her name is Folon. She introduced herself as well. P-H-O-L-O-N.
Full on.
Folon. Yes. I will give her thanks. And she's sort of like, are you staying for the race?
Oh, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful.
I forgot.
I had hoped to race as well. And then she just goes on. She then spends like the next however long anyone will care to listen talking about these ruins, the Facinthos ruins, which
I'll listen.
okay, she's like, but you know that the race you have to swim. more than 1.5 miles to the ruins.
Oh.
Search them for a specific. And she just is like, she's basically explaining the rules to you as if you didn't know them, maybe.
Ruins?
Yes, there's ruins. Well, again, the race takes us right through them, and in order to complete the race, you have to have the mosaic tile from the House of Broken. And I've never been, and I'm so excited. I didn't want to go alone because it's scary.
Oh yeah.
Scary.
Absolutely, it's scary.
Is it dangerous?
I was speaking with the race master earlier today, and he said that there was a.
It's an unfortunate name.
It is an unfortunate name. Yes, but it just happens. And he said there's a trench nearby, which occasionally various creatures come out of, and sometimes there's some, what he called it, some recluse that lives in the ruins, but that we can avoid him. He will avoid us.
Sure.
Sharks, I think, and other predators, of course, but there'll be a large group of us, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. It'll
Unless
be
you're in the lead or in the back.
I don't know that I can't swim particularly well. You can tell she doesn't like. You see her sort of like swim as a person would swim, and she seems like she's pretty good at it. But she's like nowhere near, someone with fins and flippers and the like. Although she doesn't seem to have trouble breathing, surviving.
Yeah.
And in fact, there's a few hours break before the race begins, and at some point the officiant in charge of sort of like overseeing everything begins to gather everyone who will participate in the race, and there is a sort of a map that's been created with like shells and coral and the like. And coral.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm so sorry.
And it's sort of like showing you the route, and it begins here at the spire. It sort of like begins at the top and the docks, and everybody sort of jumps in, spirals down. You race along the floor through the kelp forest, traveling to the ruins, retrieving one of the mosaic tiles, and then traveling back. And for some people, it's like an endurance kind of how fast you can do it, and for most people, it's kind of like we're just gonna look at us swimming through the water, like having a good time.
Marathon.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like a Legend of the Hidden Temple kind of thing?
It has a vibe of that. Like there people have shown up in costumes. Like there's merfolk here who clearly like have get-ups and sort of
Oh my gosh. I'm
Oh.
so excited for like this American Ninja Warrior stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Why? There are a lot of trials of athleticism involved these last few days. Why are we doing this?
Because it's fun.
Oh, it's fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, most of the whole crew is going to participate. Like they've all taken their lungfish and
It's
they're
fun.
gonna swim.
It's fun. You're all having a delightful time.
It's great.
Are you not?
No,
Oh,
There's
you don't seem very bothered by that.
me? What do you mean?
You asked if I was having a nice time, and I said no, and you didn't seem very concerned.
I said, oh. I owed. I'm really. I actually can't read you at all, Larimar. I'm sorry. Are you upset right now?
Larimar just walks away.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
I'm fine.
He hates social fails. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's Calliope just.
Come on back, please.
No, gone.
All right. So as Calliope and Larimar continue to make misconnections, and
You were the jelly baby that got mad and stomped away when I said I wanted to do sports.
Oh, not an intention.
the rest of you, I guess, make your way towards this, where the racers are going to gather. Anything y'all do before this whole thing starts? So there's going to be a lot. Like it looks like there's a lot of people who are, the faster fish sort of going to take the lead. There's even people who are like being like carried. Some people have like big weird like ocean going sea turtles they're kind of ride around on. It's like part parade, part race.
It's really
Part
fun.
scavenger hunt. Yeah.
Do I see any people that are kind of scared, maybe?
Yeah, there are some people who are just seem nervous. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Can I go up to them and ask them,
Oh,
hey, why are you so nervous?
Oh, gee, they're like young, like kids. They got like
Gee,
seahorse.
Morty.
Gee,
Sorry.
Oh, jeez, Rick!
Tell me about this.
Well, I heard about this thing that was over there, and we're worried about it. We got to keep away from the sharks, and like one of them's got a laser. They just like all these like they're trading stories of sea monsters, trying to scare each other, and they're like teenagers.
Well, if you see a shark with a laser, you know what you have to do?
What's that?
You just swim faster.
Oh, well, that seems really easy. Like that's
That's
it.
There's no need to be scared. Okay, have a piece of apple pie. It'll give you. It's all soggy.
Yeah.
So,
Eats underwater.
yeah, they seem like they were sort of trying to scare each other, but there were some of them who, were like, wait, there are actual, like, dangers there. How are we going to, but they were mostly being made fun of.
Yeah.
Walked up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
The race is about to begin,
Okay.
and unless there's something you'd like to do, they will explain the rules to you.
Chug a protein shake and start stretching.
All right. Get
I'll
ready.
stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else? Calliope's you're just continuing to ignore their arm.
I mean, yeah. So Larimar is not participating then.
No, Larimar will participate because their curiosity about the ruins is stronger than their self-preservation.
Okay.
There's there's like a someone at the map who's sort of explaining a lot about it because there are people who are curious, sort of like we're here to sightsee as well as race. But almost everybody has lined up at their in the starting positions and are ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. So
I will be too.
what's that?
I will be as well.
Okay. And all right. So basically, the entire thing is going to take a while. You can attempt to sort of like set a record or win or whatever if you'd like. In which case, we can do a whole bunch of similar to the Power Blitz ball. But like I said, the majority of people are just sort of like here to swim the race, have a nice time, and as the announcer, they don't fire a gun. What do? They probably have like a spell that goes off somewhere, maybe like a polyp.
A sea cucumber. They squeeze it. And
A barnacle
polyps
burst.
come out.
Yeah.
It's just like they've just got a handful of sea anemone, and then it shoots barbs, and whoever's too slow just gets.
Yeah. And
I can't run.
right. And those who are
Blowfish
there,
blows.
their race take off, and everybody else sort of like begins swimming the course in this their own way.
Pretty great.
The course is marked with with markers, and you've had a chance to see the maps. Most of it's going to take you through kelp forests and the sparse sea meadows that are between them. And then of course you make it back. You can swim close to the surface. You can swim close to the bottom. Doesn't matter. How do y'all approach this?
Weirus must win
Virus must
at
win.
all costs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Ophelia's in it to win it too, so
All right.
she's
Myrtle?
Not enough I win, others must lose.
Okay.
I think Myrtle's gonna take care of whoever is like having trouble. Like she's gonna take care of the weak, basically.
Just say Larimar. Look, just
Hey,
say
Larimar. Okay,
Say-
fine.
We need you to fix it. You need to be like the secret crab mom that like
Yeah.
causes someone to lose so I can win, and then we split the prize.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
if little pests like come about and bother people, I'll like smack them.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
Calliope knows that she'd win, so she's not gonna try to win.
Okay.
So
How
she's
long?
actually.
Like how? Like what's how? Like you're pretty confident.
Oh, well, I mean, it's just what she assumes. She
Okay.
assumes-
JK, and an NPC has like a 90-foot swim speed.
Right.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. It's
God.
kind of cheating when like everybody can like mathematically determine who's fastest. But
It's not typically because those speeds are only useful in certain situations in the game.
Yeah,
The
I'm-
Dungeon
I'm-
Master's Guide gives you some
I'm,
chase
I'm
rules.
just talking in general here.
Yeah.
So she's actually going to stick by Fallen.
full on. Yeah, full on. Yeah.
full on. Full
Yeah,
frontal.
she's real curious. She's gonna stick by full on.
So if you're attempting to win the race, we're gonna basically treat this part as like a death save, except instead of dying, it's do you wear yourself out before you get there, or like get to the halfway mark. So it's basically
I'm just gonna go ahead and auto fail if that's fine.
Larimar dies, we hold a funeral.
Larimar's just like out there with like little bird watching binoculars. It's just like, I suppose I might as well have some actual fun.
Right. And so we'll do that it's sort of in that way because there are a lot of people who are like attempting to sort of win it, and it's less about this is more like an endurance thing because you've got to swim through mostly swimming through a lot of kelp forests. You can't go that fast because you might run into something. So it'll be basically get three.
I just squeezed through everything.
3 successes before 3 failures. Let me know if you get any failures at all, because that will result in a complication that you have to.
All right, so
and so you
straight
can just-
D20s.
Yeah, just straight
I need a
D20s.
third D20. Hold on.
Starting now.
If you're attempting to like race to like
Oh,
win
man.
the thing.
No.
But if you're
Larimar's
And
got like a
snacks,
fanny pack.
water,
Mhm.
protein bars. You got
Yeah,
this.
we've got a
Yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of like little oatmeal chocolate chip bars,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little apple pie
little
bars.
Quaker bars.
In what type of role was this?
I think
Straight
right now,
20?
yeah, it was straight D20 because I don't like what I had sort of looked at for it. I like try this just to keep it.
I got a
things
16.
moving. 16. All right,
All right.
that's fast. You can roll all
19.
3 of them at once if you want,
Yes. Okay.
or you just
Nat
roll them all.
20?
Nat 20.
So I pop back up from the dead with 1 HP,
Yes.
Okay. That one fell on the floor. That's the cat's dice. Now I need the
and I got a 18 on my third.
Whew! I just got 2 19s in a row. Okay, and I dropped
Okay.
the dice. So hold on, I need to get a third dice. I don't know.
So you
where
don't encounter
I'm
any
from.
hazards along the way. No impediments. No. Actually, looks like that. As
17.
17.
19,
As-
19, 17.
Nice. As
16,
Weirus-
20, 18.
Okay. As Weirus and Ophelia sort of like race ahead, there are some sort of like keeping pace with you. A few
the
that are kind
kids.
of further, just a bit
It's for the
ahead.
children.
Backstroke past you.
Or just rage stroke. Just rage swim.
And you reach the ruins of Pacynthos at sort of for most of the group, and it's like you come across this. There's a cliff face that drops down about 50 feet or so, and then another great expanse of sort of flat seabed where there's a lot of interspersed sort of little rocky plateaus and just almost completely covered in kelp forest. And as you crest one of these plateaus, you see a sort of an open space area where there are like it looks like a grid work of ruined buildings, and running like you're approaching it from the west and running from basically north to south along the far edge of the city is a enormous trench that runs as far as you can see back south and terminates a little bit further towards the north, where you're at, and it like really just cuts the city right in half. There are all sorts of ruined buildings. Some of them are in, still mostly standing and have various states of disrepair, but the majority of the buildings here are reduced basically to their foundations and are covered in all manner of corals, coral growths, kelp beds, and other forms of vibrant sea life. That is what Ophelia and Wyrus see as they pull up into the lead. How about everybody else? Y'all were not going as fast. And are y'all taking your time? Are you just doing anything on the way?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm handing people beverages and snacks, sure they don't get lost or go the wrong way.
Sorry for the typing sounds. Whoops, I thought I was muted.
Good.
Yeah. Larimar's just like watching with the binoculars. I don't actually have binoculars, but I do now. I'm putting them in my inventory. There you go.
Betting on a horse race? Yeah, I've got my money on a feeling.
Yeah, Larimar's just like pointing out, like, oh, a horseshoe crab or whatever horrible abomination this world has.
Yeah, it's like
Oh, the horseshoe crabs are so cute.
Fiddler crab.
Cute. Yeah. It's probably a horseshoe crab, but with like the Japanese spider crab legs.
Ugh.
Everything else is the same.
Everything else is the same, yeah.
And it probably has like a face. It probably has like a person.
Easily a dugong face.
It's stunning contents onto you. That's what corals do.
Delightful and horrifying.
They fight each other. Coral reefs will fight each other.
Yeah.
There's video of it.
If we do not pass at some point pass some kind of like mantis shrimp martial arts dojo in this world.
Failed. We failed if we...
I will burn this place to the ground.
Yeah, that seems like a big miss out.
Yeah, that seems like a big miss out, yeah.
Thank you. I
Noted.
appreciate that. Thank you.
I'm...
Finally, some appreciation.
I mean, if y'all are just swimming, then that's fine. Really.
Yeah, we're just fucking around.
So it's going to take you a bit longer to catch up to Ophelia and Wyrus. But you have Ophelia and Wyrus. You kind of have the place to yourself for at least the moment. You know that the rest of the pack will be coming here soon, and there's easily 200-300 racers. But for now, it's just a handful of others and you.
This is where you get to see Lindy and I get competitive against each other again, like in RPG sports, and we don't talk to each other for a month. No, all right. We used to be married. It was a fun episode.
Then you left.
Yeah.
So now I've been raising these 3 Kraken babies on my own.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, Brutus didn't help. He wasn't much help, was he? I'll teach you. All right, so Wyrus
Never
is
had
going.
anything to do with Brutus.
I know. You just wanted those children for tax reasons. We.
Oh my god. Oh.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Whoa.
It's a case. At least Brutus
Hold
has
on.
better credit.
I don't know.
Mad now. I'm mad at the Kraken babies.
Brutus does have better credit than Wyrus. Wyrus is like the
Who's
worst.
watching the Kraken babies?
They watch themselves now.
It said they're
Are they like
smarter than me.
teenagers now?
Certainly
Where are
teens.
They better not be in my room.
We were gonna use them in
probably
the we were gonna use them in the Blitzball game, but I think at this point, Wyrus is going to cast I'm not going to cast. I can't bring myself to do dirty tricks against Ophelia. I'm gonna say, all right, Ophelia, this is it. This is for all the marbles, and then I'm gonna take a dash ahead, and I'm gonna start searching for the stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So they gave you a description of the building, and you had they sort of showed you. They built like a scale model of it, someone spent a lot of time. It was like flocking, and they base coated it and everything. And they, the House of Procon is like the temple to the sea god, and they even produced like a coin that was minted that had its ancient and covered in corrosion and the like. But it's the classic sort of Poseidon type figure, the bearded man of the fish man of the sea with a trident and a crown and everything. There's where you are at, there are 1, 2, 4 freestanding buildings that are nearby, and the rest of them are just like foundations or corners or states of war. Or you could press further into the city.
I'm going to try to rely on my religious background to discern clues.
Okay. Let's see.
Is this the cup of a carpenter?
Yeah. So you're sort of trying to see where
Jehovah begins
to
with an
place
I.
it.
Jay!
Fucking love that scene.
Let's
Sorry.
Let's do a wisdom check, and you can add your proficiency to it.
Wisdom check with proficiency?
Yeah.
Thank goodness for Chef Boyard Grant. I got a 14. It's not horrible.
There are 2 buildings. They're kind of close to each other, but they both match the description that you were given in the race. They're sort of like both close to the trench, both freestanding. One of them is like a 3-story structure. You can see it has several holes. You could get into any of the 3 floors if you wanted. You could swim to it. The other one is a single story but a rather large building, and it has at least 2 ways into it that you can see through holes in the wall.
Which story is the rising action? It's probably in that one.
That's a good call. I don't know. You're gonna have to make a meta knowledge roll for that one. Proficient in that?
I'd like to use my
Oh, good.
Okay, hey, here's how I'm going to handle it then. I think one is the right one. I'm going to kind of Inigo Montoya. I'm going to pray to my sword and ask the spirit of my father to guide me. No, I'm probably just going to cast Fog Cloud around Ophelia at this point, and then make a dash for one of them.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So you got a big cloud of like murky sort of just muck kind of rises up.
I'll just shoot straight forward.
Yeah.
Into the wall. I was there with a fist
Fine.
waiting. We get into a big paladin barbarian fight.
Is
Everyone
there
else.
only one mosaic piece?
No, there's
Wily
plenty.
Coyote.
Like it's like 2. The race part is that it's like the game. It's like bragging rights.
Oh,
So,
okay.
Now, if you are the first one to bring a mosaic pack, those are big time bragging rights.
I'm
trying
sure
to set a
there's one
record.
in like a potted plant or something. It's kind of like whenever you're doing Easter and you get to like those last 4 or 5 eggs and you're like, fuck it.
I'm gonna throw it over here. They're probably not gonna see it at all.
Jim, I have the.
look closer to the crevasse because there's got to be an element of danger. So whatever.
Certainly.
If she saw where I was eyeing, that's
You
where
see
she's
nothing.
gonna look the more dangerous
Yeah.
one. Before he fog clouded me.
I was in front of you.
Yeah. What are y'all's passive perceptions?
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
My
Not
passive
as bad as I thought.
12.
11.
Both of you can see
14.
that in the distance, not necessarily in the direction that you're going, but in the vicinity, is a rather large shark.
I ain't worried.
Yeah. But that's like the closest thing you could think of to a threat. So let's see. You're both going to different places. As you're swimming through and just sort of like letting your intuition guide you, you notice that when you get down in to the ruins and start like swimming in amongst them, that there are occasionally see patches of rainbow coral. Rainbow coral is that scintillating, iridescent coral growths that tend to cluster around magic or places where magic used to be contained. Like there was a glyph that was on this place, so maybe some coral would grow there, or powerful magic had worked here once. You see them scattered throughout the ruins in little glowing patches. And Ophelia is, you can sort of see similar, but it's more the kelps kind of getting in the way. But the big thing that you notice is all just the wildlife that's around here, including a lot of what look like sort of like razor clams that are there to keep people from maybe stepping on them. Like they look like they're placed and arranged in a way that they're barriers or traps or something like that.
Okay.
But you're able to reach your destinations without incident.
Yeah.
Ophelia near the trench, and Wyrus. Let's see. All right, what does your father's spirit have to say about where it takes you?
Says, I would be your preacher teacher.
It is pointing you towards the single-story building. You're just there's something about it, the way that it's the architecture of it, that's catching your eye.
Yeah, I'm gonna Wyrus my way right into there.
Okay.
On God.
All right, making your way there, and Ophelia, what are you doing at the?
I'm looking for the thing. I just figured maybe I should look on top of Wyrus.
You get to the trench, or get closer to it. How, like, I mean, you could swim right up to it, right? Like, you could even swim down into it. How close do you get?
I ain't scared.
All right. It is at the closest point to where you are. It is about 30 feet wide, and you know from just sort of like the droning, sort of like there was someone going on and on about it, that it's really deep, like maybe like 10,000 feet deep.
Okay.
And
well, it's a good thing I can swim and I don't just sink. I'm not worried.
And it appears to be, at least as far as you can tell, filled with kelp strands. And like looking down in it, you can see, like if you're looking vertically down, you have a good sight line. But if there's any kind of angle, the kelp really just...
No, I'll look vertically down. I want to find this thing and I want to win this race.
Be careful, though.
Straight down into the darkness. The
I am afraid.
inky darkness of the trench.
Yep.
All right.
At me.
How far?
She's just like, I said what I said.
How far do you want to swim down?
I mean,
Center of the earth.
Do I see anything?
She wants to come out where the dinosaurs are.
What you see immediately, actually give me a perception check if you're like really spending the time to.
I mean, I'm swimming and moving. I'm not looking up dirt. Oh my gosh, this dice! You love me today. It's because you fucking cursed me the other day on Tuesday. The worst luck. All right, that's a 19 plus my proficient in perception plus 1, so a dirty 20.
Nice. So you can see what looks like maybe 50 feet down or so on your side of the trench. There's like a shelf or something with some kind of something in it.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay.
It's gotta be it. It's gotta be it.
All right. As you are.
Sure, it's fine.
Let's see. No problem.
I ain't worried.
Yeah, what could happen?
Yeah. So while you're swimming towards that, it's going to take you a minute or two. Wyrus, you are approaching this building, and you don't really see anyone else. There's other swimmers around looking for things. A couple of them are nearby, but it's Wyrus alone right now.
I was alone. I was all by myself. Yeah, I find the thing, and then I win.
Okay. Roll a die.
All right. Do I get any modifiers?
4D4.
7 modifiers.
Ooh. I like that. On the die, I rolled a natural 19.
Wow, that's the exact one. We can go home, guys. Grant won D&D.
Hey!
We can stop playing. We don't need to do this anymore.
No.
Between TK and Grant, D&D's dead.
The best player is the one that rolls 19 naturally.
You know what?
I just rolled a natural 19 too.
Just wait till you see my new character creation rules.
So yeah, Wyrus swims into this place.
If it was the right one, and Ophelia rolled the right one, I'd like us to be dual champions.
Oh. I think that could probably happen. But Weirus enters. Do you go through one of the doors, or you go through one of the holes in the wall? I
definitely go through one of the holes in the wall.
All right.
I'm a lawful good paladin. Why would I take a door?
Why would you do that? Why? Coming into it, you enter into what appears to be some sort of audience chamber or large hall of some kind. Like everything's covered in that sort of like, looking for the Titanic documentary style. Like it's all covered in silt and debris. There's in most of the buildings, there's not as much life as there is, but there's all sort of anemones, sea cucumbers and like right here. But this is definitely some kind of audience chamber or something. You can see mosaics and decorations on the wall that suggest an oceanic motif. As for Ophelia,
yes.
You are swimming down to what is now clearly the aft of a ship, and it's like a proper wooden.
Oh, I probably just stuffed it in the ship. It was like, it'll take people forever to find this.
We're just never going to be able to find it. So, but approaching you is a pair of rather large, translucent shelled, some sort of shrimp maybe, or maybe a lobster of some kind, and they appear insubstantial and hazy. They don't. Okay. They're not approaching you aggressively, but they are definitely like, what is this over here?
Are they holding mosaic?
They are not holding mosaic. Here's a right bastard.
Yeah.
Screw this. And I think now I just don't notice the time. I have been all kinds of not paying attention.
I know.
Walks today. As Ophelia swims towards this.
You haven't seen a mosaic, have you? No, Kibbai?
No, but they are following you.
That's fine.
As you get there.
I'm not scared.
I ain't scared. I ain't afraid. They're probably just interested. Mm-hmm. Nothing new.
So, as you get to this shipwreck,
I have a strength score. Come at me, bro.
You see something in through like the captain's window or something.
Oh
pass, something move inside and pass, and it is a large scaled serpentine something, because it just like kind of keeps passing by the window, and you can see kelp on the other side of the ship that's disturbed. And it's about this time also that Myrtle, Larimar, and Flappy the rest sort of crest that hill as we look down over the ruins. And I think we will call it, because it is close to 10 here.
The question is, though,
yes,
that serpentine thing holding the fucking mosaic?
You didn't see anything.
Well, then I gotta keep looking.
You're just not gonna worry about it.
He obviously just wants in on it. I don't know how he got here before me, but apparently he just swam real fast.
Who knew that all it would take is some games, some races, some sports ball to just, I'm impressed.
Jim, throw me the rock. Jim, I want rocks. Throw them.
I'm calling it today. It was a fun game, and I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us while we played here, and maybe Ophelia will get to the bottom of what's at this trench, and someone will win the race.
Reward.
Yeah, who knows?
They just chucked it over the edge. It's like, good luck, people. And then
go find it. And so I'm throwing it open to you guys. Anything y'all got going on? Anything you want to talk about? Plug anything like that?
I do. So I've got a Kickstarter starting next month, and there is a giveaway going on right now for WebDM itself. I'm going to put that link in the chat. There's WebDM's giving away over $4,000 in prizes. As for my Kickstarter, I have a dark fairy tale fantasy role-playing setting for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. If we hit the stretch goals, we'll do a cipher system conversion as well as a powered by the apocalypse conversion. But we got to hit those stretch goals. So fellow 2C Gaming, you can get previews of some of the features that I've written. Last month, I introduced the Dungeon Master controlled narrator character. Which is kind of like a Ryutama dragon that tells different types of stories within a D&D framework, such as romance or travel or intrigue. And then this month, coming up in October, we're going to show a new approach to character creation, where I put a lot of thought and effort into overhauling the character creation process.
Cool. Excellent.
Quality.
For that. And how about everybody else? I mean, if you just want to say bye, that's fine.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Tales from the Mist crew is joining the Race into Avernus Extra Life
Nice.
event. So if you donate to our Extra Life page, which is now in the chat, then you can get all these cool prizes, like Vargas from the show will drag you on Twitter. And you can enter a raffle to get your character made into a Taroka card by
Nice.
Kayla. And since we have a live season finale at Gamehole Con this year, you can even donate to affect that game, such as giving them health potions, giving them inspiration, which we use to activate their dark shadows. So it's not just advantage and stuff, it's like actual powers.
Yeah, I really like that. Actually.
Yeah, and you can also donate some money and become like an NPC in the finale, or you can, if you feel particularly generous, invoke a Dark Powers intervention in the storyline, irrevocably changing it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Excellent.
We really just want to beat Roll20, so if y'all could help us out.
I will help that happen.
Yeah, do it. Let's do it.
My only desire.
I listen. It's fight and vengeance. That's fine.
That's the way to go.
Oh yeah, for the kids.
For the kids.
For the kids.
On my channel, we of course have the weekly Monday and Tuesday game, which Tuesday's getting real spooky, so it's super fun. But this Saturday is our once a month Teenagers from Outer Space campaign. We are crashing a wedding. It's going to be fantastic. It starts at 10 a.m. Eastern and it lasts till noon, so check it out for just good, lighthearted fun and shenanigans.
Boom. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Anna, Josh, got anything to say?
Good.
Shout outs.
Nah.
Josh.
Wait,
I guess I play video games on the internet as
Shut.
I do, right,
you
Josh?
do. I've seen it.
I too have seen it firsthand.
Okay.
But you know what Josh does? Awesome artwork.
Very sure.
Go like and subscribe.
Right now.
Look at that. Look how talented Josh is.
There you go.
Like, dude.
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
Come on.
Come on.
Go like and subscribe,
Yes.
or I will throw a chancla at your face.
It's gonna be bad.
Thank you.
Yes. I want to see it.
Why do you like this, Josh?
All right. Well, I may have had a hand in that. From everybody here at the WebDM channel, and I hope you have a great weekend. We hope that everything's going great, and thank you for joining us. And we'll see y'all next week.